Hello everybody and welcome to a stream of the Flesh and Blood trading card game where I have taken over the show and am officially now your host. I know you've been used to Zach talking at the beginning of the video.
I'm out of here.
Many years now, but it is me. I've assumed control. I am now leading the company to greater and more prescient heights.
News to me.
What it actually means is that Zach got some dental work done this morning and will be talking like a child. Potentially.
Could be for a while.
Throughout the stream and maybe for the next few weeks.
It depends on the words I'm using. It sounds kind of normal.
Do you want to give the people a heads up at what happened, or is that too personal?
It's not that personal. I got Invisalign.
Oh.
So I'm fixing my teeth, finally.
I don't know why. I need that.
Yeah, but they didn't know that.
I was reacting.
For years, I thought it was merely cosmetic. And so
Yeah.
I wasn't, it's like I don't really care that much.
Yeah.
My wife is a dental hygienist, and she was like, actually, your teeth are being worn incorrectly because of how they're lined. So she convinced me to finally do it.
So pretty soon, if you hadn't gotten Invisalign, you wouldn't be able to eat solid food? Is that kind of a thing?
It leads to a lot of problems later.
Okay.
Not that I wouldn't be able to eat or talk, but like I would start having problems with certain teeth, and they'd probably eventually have to pull them.
All right. Well, my hope is that by the time things get that bad for me, we can just replace the whole set. You know what I mean? Maybe with like, smart teeth.
Science.
I can open my garage with them or something.
It's like,
Pressing.
no, you just do it with your tongue. It's like click, click,
Right.
opens right up.
That could be a very dangerous future we're living in.
Yeah, but I've been told that after a week or two, you figure out how to talk with this stuff in your mouth.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Great.
Cross
All
my
right.
fingers.
Let's find. I guess we'll find out. We're on this journey together.
Otherwise, I'll just sit here and play and not say a word.
Yeah, it's just like a proper tournament
Yeah,
experience.
right.
Hey, so Azaelia breakthroughs.
You had them. We played after a stream last week.
Yes, Zach and I have played a few times after various streams over the past week, which will tell you that we're pretty into the game right now because we're playing it when we don't even have to show it to you.
Have to. We're being forced.
Here's the thing.
Well, we're playing it after playing other things for 5 hours.
We were playing
That's
it
the real
after playing Flesh and Blood last week.
So what's the thing?
So that's
what happened?
that's a pretty good indicator that something is happening here.
It's that classic, like, just one more.
I feel like I felt when we were younger. There's a new vigor emerging. I haven't felt this for many years, but actually just want to play the game constantly. I can't get enough. I've been on the deck builder, been thinking about it at night. I mean, it's insane.
Well, and I think it's that we're finally doing constructed.
Yeah.
The game outside the game, right?
I was scared, but now I'm excited.
Yeah.
Also, a really good joke about a new meaning for Bluetooth there by Alex Becker, which is absolutely so funny. It's so good. Here's the thing about Azaelia you need to know, or at least that I've figured out. When you're doing redliner like I am, what I'm trying to do is, now this is a whole new thing for...
I'm going to play the hero no one plays with the weapon no one plays with that hero even when they play them.
People love Azaelia. Do people not use redliner?
I think the death dealer is the more common one by far. And she's definitely on the lower list of like how often a hero shows up.
Okay, good.
So you're like tier
All
B,
the better.
tier B. It's crazy.
I didn't even know it. I was stumbling into what I wanted. My whole thinking about Flesh and Blood deck building has gone completely off the rails in what we hope a good way, which is how to design a concept in thinking about each turn, what you can achieve, what you can accomplish, and understanding that most of the time you have 3 cards to do that. Sometimes you have 2 cards to do that. So you have to build a deck not around perfect 4-card hands every turn, but around like how scrappy, how much damage can I churn out with a few cards comboing in certain ways. Before we dive into that though, I see everybody asking about it. Thoughts on Monarch?
So a set named Monarch, I never would have been like, we're going to have like a Renaissance art, demons and angels happening. I pictured kings and queens.
Well, it's the divine king and queen.
Oh, I'm there, and I am here for that party. I think it's, I want that on a playmat. I want that on my wall. I think it looks amazing. I think the Blitz starter decks look awesome.
Yeah.
Having decks that are just Blitz ready is what this game needs, honestly. Yeah. So super excited about that. We got the street date for Unlimited, which is only like 3 or 4 weeks later. I think that's really healthy. I was
nothing but upside.
Completely excited, yeah.
It looks like they're gonna pull it off. I mean, it looks like the kind of set that
they're gonna stick the landing.
It looks like this could be an extremely notable set. I mean, the confidence coming into it was very much there, and now it's like the number of times in your life you get older and you realize that most of the time people who are confident are very much inept at everything. But this seems to be the opposite of that. Seems like the confidence was even understated compared to what we're seeing so far. Because that's like you said, it's a beautiful like kind of Renaissance presentation. It's speaking to the thing that's crazy to me is it's speaking to a more epic reality of the game. Because we just talked about Wraith, and here we are in this new world and whatnot. But now it's like, hey, let's throw in the divine setting of the whole world spinning.
Yeah.
Which is a lot. And the packs are different colors, right?
Which is cool. They got the white and black going on.
But is there any difference between them?
I don't think so. Pokemon, the first set, some have Charizard, some have Bulbasaur, or Blastoise, etc.
Yeah.
I just think it's marketing.
Okay. Just hashtag marketing. Here's the other thing, though. We know, let me just speculate for a second, like I've done on the Discord. We know that there's some kind of a big
mechanic
something? Or something that's going to have us reevaluate the way that we build decks or our collections or whatever it is that was said. James said it on the podcast, didn't he?
Yeah, it was some like one-liner that was clever.
And everybody keeps thinking it has to do with these borders on the cards, which is a good thing to think. I think that's very reasonable.
Yeah,
but what if it's bigger than that? What if it's the reality that these heroes are in a bigger, more epic cosmological struggle, if you will allow me to use the word?
Is that really a word?
Oh,
or did you pull that from like?
I got that philosophy degree, man. Come on, I'm bringing that when I'm cashing it out on the table. It's like it's a greater kind of divine drama that we're all playing in, and that our alignment with the forces of good or the forces of evil influence the way that we can build and play our decks. Is that too much? You think that's too far? Is that too far removed from the? Is it like an agenda, where you're like, I'm evil Bravo or I'm like angel Bravo?
I almost snorted.
Can't snort with Invisalign.
Yeah, hey, we're getting my delivery. I ordered some stuff. Thank you so much. It's worth mentioning.
Speaking of marketing.
Yeah. We put our singles in stock for Crucible. This is what I got.
You worked those wait lists, didn't you?
I did. I literally got the email.
Zach's literally our best customer. That's not true, actually. Well, I don't know. It might be. It's close. I've looked at the lifetimes. You're definitely a whale.
I never thought I'd be okay being a whale, but here we are. I had to get a spring tunic because Steven wants to play it sometimes, and we need 2 of them.
Well, that's a nice. So you just spent a couple hundos on me? Wow.
I also think that's undervalued, isn't it? The eventual asset.
Playing with it, it's incredibly good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand it because Crucible, it's the first edition. They're going to probably do unlimited for Crucible. So I don't know how they're going to handle this card because it's already non-foil. So it might be exactly the same in the future. There's a lot of speculation. It doesn't really matter. We need 2 copies of it. If we go to a tournament, we both want to play Tunic, we already have a problem. And that's just one of the last cold foils I didn't have for Guardian.
Wow.
The Anvil.
Beautiful.
And then
still beautiful.
Towering Titan is the card that my entire deck is about. So I just wanted to have it.
So you foiled it out? You're still the exact same Zach that I remember. We were obsessed with that too back in the day, the idea of having an all-foil version of decks that we thought were great.
That probably won't happen because there's too many foils I need, but I just wanted to have it for
You got to start somewhere. Just keep spending. I like our sales numbers going up, so I would encourage you to maybe foil out your whole deck.
The whole thing? Yeah.
You keep buying all these Flesh and Blood foil cards, it'll look like me as marketing am doing a better job, and then I'll get a raise. It's like you're paying me on both sides of the equation.
That's a good place to be.
That's how we want to be. All right, hey, let's talk about things that are more concrete. Anyway, Monarch looks great.
Yeah. Also, if you want the singles, I'll link to them in chat.
Here's how I'm thinking about this Azaelia deck, if you'll come with me for a moment. So the first grand kind of realization that most of you who have actually played Flesh and Blood in any amount of meaningful way for Ranger is that reload does not specify you have to put arrow cards in your arsenal. And that was kind of the aha moment as we were reading in those first Azaelia plays that like, wait a minute, what if you could reload into non-arrow cards that got better when they were played from the arsenal? And sure enough, the card pool delivered that in spades. So started looking at all of these generics, generally the 3 damage attacks, that have certain elements, particularly go again if they're played from the arsenal.
Like what's an example?
A good example is Promise of Plenty, a great card in this kind of a deck. So if it's played from the arsenal, it gains go again. If it's not played from the arsenal, you probably shouldn't be playing it. 3 damage, and then if it hits, each hero that doesn't have an arsenal card gets one for blind off the top of the deck. Particularly good for Azaelia, who might then be able to shoot an arrow with that ability. Could be another Promise of Plenty as well. Could be a Fervent Forerunner. Could be a Scour the Battlescape. You could keep the chain going. So Promise of Plenty is really good. Fervent Forerunner and Scour the Battlescape, both arsenal cards, but they also are particularly good for Azaelia.
And so 0 cost, go again, and some kind of effect.
Played from the arsenal, they get better. Opt to a Fervent Forerunner. Oh, look, I can opt into an arrow and now cast it with Azaelia. Scour the Battlescape, put a card from your hand on the bottom and draw one. So you probably have opted, so you like with the crossbone at some point, so you might know the opt, you might know what card that is, draw it. If it's a card that's not an arrow, you can draw it out so that you can then reveal an arrow, hopefully. Like there's just so much play with this. There's also Plunder Run. Plunder Run is a great kind of finishing slice of cake on making a big arrow, right? So Plunder Run, not only does you get a card if it hits, but it's going to give you +3 if you play it from your arsenal and it has go again.
So good.
So now we can Plunder Run into an arrow and it's going to be bigger. We give it Dominate. We're getting into some finishing territory. Then we've got all of the 0 cost arrows, because if you imagine now, how is a normal turn going to take place, right? Let's just assume that nothing's in the arsenal and is blind.
So that's all your non-arrow arsenal cards.
These are all the arsenal cards. It gets better in the arsenal card. These are my arrows, which have to be in the arsenal. These are my defense reactions, many of which are ideally in the arsenal. These are my reload cards. These are things that put things in my arsenal. So I've got it arranged by kind of how a normal turn is going to go. So first I'm going to play a reload card to get something into my arsenal. And that's any of these. I'm not even attached to Rapid Fire or Poison the Tips as anything other than reload. If they get to trigger their abilities, even better, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to set anything
reload, go again.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're paying very nice attention to this.
Well, I'd like to beat you later in this stream.
So wait, what are you trying to do again?
Let me really understand this concept.
So we've got a full spread of reload cards here. So that's going to be 15 reload cards, good chunk of the deck. Then we've got all sorts of things we can reload into. Ideally, a turn is a reload into a go again card, redliner into an arrow, shoot the arrow, put something into arsenal.
Yeah.
Right? So that's a very clean double attack turn that has the potential to use Azalea's ability, depending on the opt that you find, those kinds of things.
And obviously, if you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, even if on the previous turn you used this card as a defense reaction, you can still do this part of the turn.
That's exactly right.
Without it. But once you load the arsenal once, let's say this card's in arsenal, ideally, then it's literally, or that one technically, but this one, then it's like you can still defend with a card.
Yep.
And hit your 1, 2, 3 arsenal.
That's correct.
Every turn, potentially.
Every turn. Now, let's say that you give me that 4th card. Let's say I come into a turn with 4 cards. Now we're getting into some beautiful stuff. So now we could start the turn off with a card like Ravenous Rabble, or throw it in basically anywhere we wanted to.
Yeah, that card is so good in this deck.
Isn't that good? So now we get an attack, a reload, an attack, a redliner, and attack. So we got 3 attacks, all of which are pretty decent damage attacks, and some of them carrying effects from these arrows. So that can be a bigger offensive turn. Then we've also got 3 of a kind. Card Zach and I went back and forth on a million times.
Just run the math on it, right? It's an interesting card.
It's a really interesting card, and what it really is going to do in this deck, there's a couple of 1-cost cards. I think there's 7 1-cost cards here. So when that Tunic turn has hit, you're hoping to either hit a Remorseless or a Headshot for your arrows. If not, you probably have 3 of a kind in hand. There's some weird turns you can string together with 3 of a kind, with like Pathing Helix and Rapid Fire and these kinds of things. But most of the time what it's really going to be doing, it's going to be the last card in your hand. You're going to play it for 1 for free off the Tunic. You're going to draw 3 cards, and that's going to give you the perfect card that you need to now put into your arsenal, and you're going to carry those other 2 cards with you. So what it's really doing for me is guaranteeing that I can get a good defense reaction in my arsenal, or get something that I actually need on the next turn, rather than dropping something like this, or like something that's just kind of mid-range into there.
Yeah.
Now there is, like I said, there's a lot of strange plays that you can make with this. You drop your arrow, then you drop 3 of a kind, and then you can get into some weird stuff where you play the arrow, Pathing Helix, put another arrow back in because you got a Rapid Fire turn. It's like, there's potential there, but most of the time it's a pretty boring card, but an effective card.
But even if you block with everything but that card, the ability to play it, get an arrow, put it down, shoot it, and then put a different card in arsenal.
Correct.
Basically recovering from a single card hand.
Correct.
Is super good.
It's an excellent recovery card as well.
Especially because you get that tunic every third turn.
Yep. That's right. So that so this is starting to play like a deck that I actually understand and that obviously that I actually built, right? So I know what I'm trying to do every turn.
Yeah.
So now it's just about doing that, seeing did you do enough turn damage during a game? Were you down by 5? Were you down by 10? Did you run out of cards? Do you need more like late game stuff? Do you need to put salvage shots in? Do you need to put those kinds of cards in the deck? But this is like the base engine concept, and then you start tweaking from here in all different meta directions, which is phenomenal. So there's that. And
you want to see how it goes?
Yeah, let's take a look at it.
I'm going to start with Bravo for one game, because that's what I've been playing. And I had a similar, there you go, by the way.
Thank you.
I had a similar realization. I keep tweaking. I set up my deck to use Towering Titan, the blue one particularly. So I have a ton of blues in this deck. And when we're playing off stream, your deck was firing.
Mm-hmm.
But mine, I kept basically trying to optimize every turn. And I was doing a lot of attacks that Steven would like. I would do a, +4 with blue Slogism into a, like as an example, not that one particularly, into blue Disable. So it'd be like an 11 damage attack with Dominate, and he would block with the Arsenal defense reaction for 4, one from hand for 3, piece of armor. I do 3 or 4 damage. I was like, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But we got down to the end of the game, and what I realized is 90% of my damage came from the turns where it was Towering Titan into a 9-10 damage attack on top of it.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to try now is, I forgot I left that over there. I mean, you can use either one. This is the shiny.
Don't want to make you sweat.
My precious. But what I'm going to try right now is block a lot more and make the game go long. When I have Towering Titan, I'll set up for the big 20 damage Dominate turn. Otherwise, block, 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 swing with whatever I've got left. And then my end game, I actually have 2 Last Ditch Effort and a Remembrance in.
Nice.
So I can get like either double Last Ditch Effort back or a Towering Titan with a big attack. And I'm just trying to not die until the end. And then, or literally 3 Towering Titans should fire by the time I go through my deck once.
Yeah.
So that should be 3 18 damage attacks with Dominate.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe enough to win off of that. And if not, it's Last Ditch Effort into Remembrance at the end of the game.
There you go.
So we'll see.
So you've actually built a great end game, and I'm simply building like a maximize every turn, which is exactly what you would expect if you know Zach and I, because your constructive philosophy is like, what am I building to win? My constructive philosophy is basically how efficient can I be?
Every turn.
So now, like, those two ideas will collide, and then we'll kind of see where everything lands and how we need to tweak it. Because if you can just block until I lose, then I'm not doing enough damage. Or I need to be ready for what if somebody just blocks until I lose, and then I can put more kind of like unblock, like Dominate becomes a bigger issue there.
Yep.
Utilize that more.
And then the deck I'm probably gonna try after this is Runeblade. And so that'll be another challenge for you that's interesting.
Yeah,
because
it'll be impossible.
We'll see.
Maybe not.
Runeblade, I'm playing kind of the one turn kill vibe, so it's less aggressive like all the time. You just have to move fast enough to like not let me set that up.
And the thing is, you've also got that sideboard, right? So like against a Runeblade player, I might swap in some of those defense reactions for blues. It might just change the way that the deck plays. So we'll have to look at it. And that's the beautiful thing about it. I think the color pie, if you will, of the different classes really makes it where you cannot sit on 60 cards and get through everyone's challenges.
Yeah, which is cool.
You've got to be able to figure out how you can adapt.
That's one of that like scissors, paper, rock in most competitive card games is one of the like my least favorite parts. Yeah. Where it's like I just have this one matchup that I lose, so I need to not see them in the cut. But having a sideboard makes that so much more palatable.
Yeah, 100 times better. Yeah, and Russell, you've got it right. Feign Death against Runeblade is perfect. This is a card that is pretty worthless against some, like most of the martial classes, but against like Ninja, against Runeblade, it's really good. because it prevents the damage after you've already taken damage that turn.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I took 1, and then it's like block the 20 from Arcanight Ascendancy or whatever it is, right?
That's true. Do you have the dice?
I do.
Bag of dice?
I always do. Someone, it looks like Mr. Yal, I think earlier, was talking about Enlightened Strike. That's definitely in the short list. That's a 1-cost attack.
Right.
So, you know, that could go in instead of 3 of a kind. That could go in instead of your... Also looking at, like, red Razor Reflex was on the... There's only so many 1-cost cards that you can basically afford to have. So I'm trying to find the right balance and what the right cards are. But I wanted to stick with just Ranger cards if I could to find out, like, well, is 3 of a kind... I don't want to miss something hot here if it's really good and I just didn't give it a shot, so...
Yeah.
We'll be tracking how 3 of a kind does throughout the games.
Acene asking, can you explain exactly how sideboarding works, the process, number of cards, etc.? So yeah, it's really easy. You bring 80 cards, and when you sit down across from your opponent, you see their hero, and you can cut all the way down to 60, at 60 plus your armor slots. But your 80 cards include your armor. So you technically have a weapon, 4 pieces of armor, 5 cards. So the biggest your deck could actually ever be is 75. But you can cut all the way down to 60 based on the matchup. And you can also have, like, so Steven right now, same with me, I don't have any Arcane Barrier. So my sideboard would necessarily have to have armor pieces that offer Arcane Barrier, unless I just want to lose against those classes.
Or just be faster, which
That's true.
You can try. Faster than a wizard doesn't seem hard, but in reality it actually is.
Well, this ain't no Gandalf.
This wizard's not a sprinter.
My
What's
Kano
up,
is
Stag?
not moseying.
T-Sag, TXAG,
T-Zag?
to Zag 007.
Also, from what I heard, there are some hot prototypes. We're going to need more than this.
Yes, there are.
Hot prototypes.
We're doing
soon.
Yeah, I'm really, really happy with how
that
all
we might
going.
be showing on the old stream.
A lot of good going. We're gonna show. Yeah, we've got some really base level prototypes on the way, just to see if the system works.
We're gonna need more.
It's like building a deck. You know,
like
start with your baseline and then
get more
tweak up.
D6s. I'm gonna get some nice D6s.
Yeah,
we're almost to token bill.
We're almost to token, so you don't even want to waste your time with it, really.
What up, John the Bard? Welcome. So technically, you need 1 more for your health, and then we probably need 4 or 5.
There's a hard one to see.
You know what? You can almost see it up there. If it was over here, you know.
I live in a world of almost seeing. Here's some we'll use the numbers for our, so we don't get confused. Can't wait to not do this again.
Zach saying, give me those sweet arcane tokens for Viscera.
Yeah, there's so much class customization that you can do, especially down the line as you go.
Ryan Roper, all those mismatched dice give me a little bit of anxiety.
Yeah, me too. Me too. But you know what? Here we are.
Predator, I am going to be playing Runeblade today, unless something goes real weird, but odds are high. Missed another one.
Use these old ashes statuses for armor.
Predator, we're working through supply on the decks and Monarch and whatnot, so just stay tuned, be on the wait list, and we'll update people as soon as we can.
Okay, we got everything sorted here. Get out of my. Let me get my board set up here.
It's not the card you want in your opening hand.
What is it?
Don't worry about it.
Towering Titan?
I would definitely take a Towering Titan in my opening hand.
Wow.
Christian, yeah, you can't have multiple items in play at once.
Unless they're unique, I reckon. Whatever that means. Does this game have unique?
Yeah.
I'm sure it has the potential for it. All right, 5s only? 5.
That's what I do. But you can do whatever you want. I'm just here for the party.
Well, you're the one who needs to see my health more than anybody. I don't even pay attention to it. Just make the best plays.
Unrelated to each other.
Say that out loud. Straight-faced. And finally, we'll use this guy as my final... I like making the D6s get a little smaller as we go, just to show that I'm
Josh, there's supposed to be
Beat
Waves
up.
of Unlimited, the first 2 sets coming in February.
That's right. I'm excited for that. That needs to happen.
Even Steven?
Even Steven. Odds odd.
It's a me, Mario.
Predator asking, why do you use red liner over death whistle? I'll show you why. Because I'll show you why. I'll show you why.
It's just economy. Like,
it's just economy.
Yeah.
Wide open. Okay. I need a hand. Wait, have I shuffled this enough?
Oh, wait. When you win the roll, do you decide who goes first?
You get to choose. Let's say that.
I'll go first, but
but we did say
someone's saying, someone's saying,
just keep track.
or asking if you get to see your opening hand before you decide who goes first. That's a good question.
That is a really good question.
I don't know.
Very good question. Okay. Here we go. Mill. Get Mill out of here.
Crystal's saying the winner chooses, but you don't see hands before choosing.
Okay.
From now on, we'll play it that way.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Huh.
Why can't we be friends?
Mm-hmm. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The card I don't want right now is Remembrance.
Yeah, probably not ideal.
I'm going to pay 1 to create a Seismic Sarge token. Then I'll pay 2 for Bravo's ability.
You're going to give me that mulligan. Thank goodness. Wait, are you?
About that. Then I'll pay 3 to swing with Anothos for 6. Because I have 2 3-costers in hand with a card in hand, 2 floating resources.
Just 6, eh?
Mm-hmm.
With Dominate?
No, it's only attack actions.
Ooh, good question here.
Nidus, just waiting here, hoping to see some Runeblade. It'll happen.
Okay. Yeah. Block here. Or no block skis.
Go ahead.
Reactions.
Mm-hmm.
Take cover. Reload here.
Mm-hmm.
And take 3.
All right.
You can't hate that. Both draw.
Let me put this in Arsenal. All right.
Ravenous Rabble. 3 of a kind on top. -1, so it's 4 damage coming in.
Pay 2 from Arsenal. Play Staunch Response for 5.
You did it. Congrats. All right, from Arsenal, there's a Plunder Run. Next attack action is +3. If it hits, I draw a card. Go again. Let's go Redliner. We're going to throw a Remorseless in face up. Can't use defense reactions against that. We're going to cross wrap. Opt 1. Remember what that is. I think I'm going to keep that. No, I'm not going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to keep that up there. I'm not going to YOLO my chance. I really don't probably want 3 of a kind at the end of the game. Then thanks. That's a beautiful Fandles die too.
The forest green.
Then we'll play Remorseless. Pay 1. Put that headshot at the bottom for later. And then 8 damage, no defense reactions coming your way.
Does it do anything?
If it hits, I draw a card.
Oh, like that.
Oh, right. Yeah. You can't actually opt that. It's got to be face down to go face up. Got to get up to get down. Gotta get up to get down.
And you don't have to go again?
No, go again.
All right, let's try my new strategy.
Dump it.
Block for 9.
Blocking for 9. These guys go.
Surge pops and I have nothing to do.
Throw this in Arsenal. Oh, look at Seismic Sarge. Who's laughing now?
This is all part of my grand plan. You see? Don't you see?
Starting out with Scour the Battlescape. Played from Arsenal has go again. I can put 1 on bottom.
This is for 3?
Yeah, let me look at which one I want to put on bottom. And good questions. Now, I could stick you on a weird Arsenal card, potentially. Thank you.
Don't worry, I got it.
Got my counter.
On a weird Arsenal card?
I don't know. Like, there's stuff in your deck that if it ended up in Arsenal would be annoying, right?
Oh, absolutely. Okay. But there's also a lot of stuff that would be great.
Right? It would be phenomenal. I'm going to throw this under and draw a card. Oh, I guess this should be under there. You know, as you do.
With the way cards go from pitch to under the deck, after one day of tournament, I would love to see what percentage of your cards are one direction and what percent are the other. I bet it would be about 50-50.
It would be good to know. Yeah. 3 coming at you.
Was that it?
Mm-hmm.
3. Block.
All right. You got it.
It's a new day for Guardian. Basically just saying no all day long.
Okay.
It's like I've seen the light.
Then we'll do take aim into here. And then we'll throw another 3 at you. This is floating, so I'm just gonna leave it in the
There's a two floater?
+2 to the next or hold on, I gotta as well. Well, it won't matter.
If that hits, what happens?
Opt both. If it hits, I opt 2.
Oh, you almost opted. What's happening here?
Cross wrap that thing.
Getting excited.
No, ready. All right, now we cast it. Yeah.
So for 3.
Yeah.
Just straight up. Straight up now. I'll block for 3.
Okay.
I wish we had shown the games we were playing off stream, because I feel like that was a critical step for both of us.
Yeah, we got better. We got different. All right, I got to go again. So I'm gonna play 3 of a kind.
There it is.
Hope to find an arrow. Where are all those arrows? You know.
This should be at 3, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, I won't. I'll just play it off of that.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. Nothing. No arrows.
But, like, it also let you put a card in Arsenal.
It was a good card, too. Draw back up.
All right.
Over to you.
Mine? You ready for this? Hot action. Energy potion. Card in Arsenal. Let's
Boom.
go.
Boom.
I've been going back and forth on the potions. No defense is bad. It's very bad to have a card that has no defense.
Yes.
It's so bad.
It is really bad, yeah. It's a problem. All right, let's cross-trap here. Take a look.
Josh saying we should record them but not stream them. I mean, we played right here, so we could have streamed it. But there is something about playing not on camera that is a different level of enjoyment or a different kind. It's kind of nice to just let loose and like relax into it in the evening. Adventure Co. saying, play Crazy Brew, you coward.
All right, let's use Azaelia.
I love Crazy Brew.
Oh, this needs a 1 on it too. Let's use Azaelia, but we got to think about it wisely.
Why can't we?
If we're actually going to do that right
now. T-Zag saying he, because of our Star Wars CCG stream, bought some starter decks and is excited to play.
All right, Azaelia is going to put this on bottom.
Someone's asking for the link to Discord. I'm going to hit that in the chat now.
Okay. This up into my arsenal.
Hello.
3 of a kind. Here we go. Now is really, I'm not gonna get too weird here.
Ben, yeah, we're looking at it right now, asking if we're gonna sell the Blitz decks for Monarch. Both looking into the supply and also how exactly we want to do that. So stay tuned.
All right. And this is the cool thing about, essentially about 3 of a kind, is it's like, I can just go into the next turn with 6 cards. We're redliner here. Throw an Endless Arrow, and then we'll play Endless Arrow from Arsenal. If it hits, it goes back in hand.
For 4?
For 4.
From Arsenal. Think below red.
There it is.
You know it. You love it.
Your favorite. My favorite.
The trigger?
Yeah.
I'll put this under and draw a card. None shall pass.
Done.
You get an Arsenal card.
I do, yeah. Take that. Take that right now. You got 4 in hand? You might actually do something.
And I got an energy potion hanging out.
Hello.
Let's go.
Okay. I'll go there.
I mean, I can definitely do something. Cards in it? 4. But do I want to?
Old Bravo or new Bravo? I guess that's the... or
Bravo has a certain need to swing his hammer occasionally, you know? It's really a question. Yeah, I think I just do it. All right, I'll pay for his ability for Dominate, 1 floating, and then I'll pay 7 for a Red Crippling Crush. So 11 with Dominate, and if it does 4 or more, discard 2 random cards.
it will.
Spoiler!
I don't know. Well, yeah, it will. 9 to 9. I guess the question is, what is the response? So, boom. Huh. Maybe not. I mean, that's a lot of cards. Let's throw 2 in. And the Perch Grappers. Doing the only thing that they do in Azaelia.
2 armor, man.
2 armor.
If there was a foot that I could run that was
2
discard
armor?
it, gain 2 health, I probably would run it from time to time.
Fate for Seeing coming out here.
All right, so to walk people through,
To the bottom.
you blocked from hand with Poisonous Hips
Yeah.
for 2. You threw in the Perch Grapplers for 2. Then you Arsenal because it's not from hand, so it gets around Dominate.
Then technically we pass. Then you have attack reactions. You pass. I play defense reaction. Now it's a mini window. You pass, I pass. Fate Foreseen resolves. I opt 1. It goes into the defense chain.
And so 8 now, so you're only taking 3.
But now it opens again. You could play another attack reaction. You opt not to. You
could
pass.
defend
I
reaction.
pass.
Yeah.
Now
I'll
we
pass.
resolve.
Yeah, we're good.
Right on. Okay, take 3. All right, Fandles, go into 2.
Why can't we be friends?
Yeah, this is a good question. All right, I'll play Take Aim, reload here. Opt to the Cross Wrap. Take a look-ski. Okay.
Someone was really happy, Adventure Co., that you remembered your tunic. The little things.
Did I get that finally? Okay, let's go here. Shoot you for 6. No go again. No funny business.
Okay. I won't defend with cards from hand.
Random.
But I will sink below red from hand.
Mm-hmm.
Pick 2.
Take 2. And do your little sink below if you want it.
I guess technically I could throw in an armor, but I'm just going to wait.
Ooh. Yeah. Scary Guardian.
What? What is happening?
All right, over to you.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna pay 1 and pop my Mage Master boots. So the next non-attack action gets go again. Then I'll pay 3 for Showtime.
Yo!
I have 2 floating, which lets me go get a Guardian attack action and put it in my hand.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
You may as well go for
the gusto.
The heater. At this point, I'm just kind of waiting out my towering. I'm going to actually grab a Righteous Cleansing.
Whoa.
So it's a 10, and if it does 4 more, I look at the top 5 cards of your deck, banish 1. 1 or more with the same name, and then put the rest back on top in any order.
Okay.
See if I can control you a little bit. Then I'll spend 1 to create a Seismic Sarge. Then I'll spend 1, my last one, to pop. I guess I should have thrown my helmet in. Pop my helmet in.
You can take
get
one
+1 hand
side.
side.
Yeah.
So I block with the helmet. And then this goes to hand, which will go to Arsenal. These will
Hello.
go under, and my hand size is +1, and I draw a card at the start of the next turn.
Oof. You gotta get those cards out of your hand.
You just gave me a clean sweep.
Yeah, the clean turn. I gotta the order. It depends. You know, sometimes you see things in a bogus order. That's the beauty of building a deck well, honestly. Scalp and Cross Shop. I'm going to show you Poison the Tips, and then think about drawing that card or not. I think you have to take a shot at this. I think that's right. Let me make sure. No. No, I'm going to throw that on bottom. I'm opting out.
Bye, Felicia.
Okay. Let's play Poison the Tips. Reload. Here. It won't matter. I didn't even get a reload. Weirdly enough. We won't reload, but we will use Redliner. Throw a Ridge Rider shot in here. For a little opt action. I don't want that either, but I'm not taking a blind shot at it.
No?
No. Okay, all right, well, let's just do it. We needed it to be a little better here, but we're going to take what we got. Then we'll do... Take aim for +2, take aim for +3, and then shoot the old Ridge Rider shot.
For 9?
Yeah, 9, and if it hits you, discard a card.
Four, 7, 9.
Done. Arsenal there.
Saved my armor for just that moment. Literally, that's pretty amazing.
Somehow.
Palpatine has returned. All right. This pops, I draw a card.
Yeah.
This pops. Next guardian attack action is -1. We will pay for Bravo's ability. 1 floating. Next guardian attacks -1 and has dominate. Then, for my next trick, I will play from Arsenal a Righteous Cleansing. Nope.
There it is.
Yep.
Nope.
That's
yep.
right. That's right. Don't worry about it. So it costs 6 because of this. So 1.
Little seismic Sarge.
6. So I have 1 floating. I'm going to pop the energy potion. No, not yet. Back it up.
You going to sneak around a little bit first?
Before I swing, I'm going to spend 1 to create another seismic Sarge. That's what it was. And we're good. So I've now paid for it. You got a 10 damage dominate attack coming. If I deal 4, I look at the top 5. You can banish cards, etc. You got it.
Okay. All right. All right.
I still haven't even gotten to my Beaverton turn. It's crazy.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm waiting too, buddy.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Interesting. It's also very interesting. What a strange game. Okay, this...
I definitely feel like I'm playing this deck at a different understanding level.
This is peak deck.
Peak deck.
This into this. That. This into this. I don't think that's good enough. I think these cards have got to block. All right, let's do 2 from hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then reactions. We're
Go ahead.
Sinking below. You got anything? Anything?
So you're at 6 total.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still good.
That's fine.
Technically, armor would have already gone in, right?
Yeah. It's fine. Let's put this under. Draw this. All right. As you were.
So it's currently dealing 4.
Currently doing 4, yeah. That's fine. Any shenanigans?
Cards in hand?
3. Humel? Where's your money coming from? Oh, right on. Yeah.
Kumel. I just understood what you were saying.
What?
I mean, it's interesting because, like, the 2 extra damage doesn't matter, but the discard could matter.
Is it 1 card?
Mm-hmm.
I choose?
Yeah.
Can't hate it.
But I think I save it for, like, a different hit effect. I don't know.
Yeah, follow your arrow on that one.
All right, I'll just deal 4. We'll look at the top 5 of your deck. I'll banish these. Maybe. Yeah, I'll banish those.
No.
Take covers, sorry.
But I like taking cover.
I'm sure you do. And we'll put these back like that. When you took 4?
Taking 4, yeah.
And I'll put that down in Arsenal.
Taking 4 and calling in the morning. All right, where is the next phase of this, honestly?
Obsidian, Righteous Cleansing, oddly feels so dirty. Obsidian in quotes. Get your hands off my deck, mister.
Okay. Interesting. There's got to be some funny business that can be done here. Or I might just take time off.
Azaelia on vacation?
Azaelia on vacay. Because I like all of these cards. Okay, that's looking better.
This is a great game.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm just gonna play Scour the Battlescape
From hand.
for 3 from hand. I can put a card from my hand on the bottom of my deck to draw. I'm actually not gonna do that in a sad turn of events for all of us.
For everyone present.
Here's 3 if you want it.
No go again.
No go again.
All right, I'll block for 3.
All right, you got it.
The Guardian way.
And then I'll throw this in. Draw.
All right, mine.
Uh-huh.
Old Sarge triggers.
Oh, there he is.
Bobby Lar. Right there in the Bobby. Yeah. I'll create another Sarge. As you do. 2 floating. Too good.
We gotta make that size with Sarge token.
It's good. Yes, we do. Literally like a Sarge. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Bravo's ability, dominate.
Okay.
Mangle, red, for 3 because of the Sarge that popped. Pay for it. An 8.
For 8,
It doesn't really do anything against you.
Yeah.
Specifically,
because all my gear is
what
like
that sideboard's
wind.
for. Sideboard against this would be like, get out of here. Yeah, the gear is you wear like marshmallow gear. Once hit, always deflated.
Okay, and then this one. So, choose your favorite on this.
Just a swinging.
What is my favorite on this? Let's block with 3.
Okay.
And take 5. Any fancy things?
No. Just getting ahead.
Just getting way ahead. Otherwise, nothing.
This whole, I feel like I'm playing chess and not moving my back row.
Yeah, you're doing the old checkers back row.
Well, it's just like, I'm just going to block every time I can and see what happens.
Playing chess and not moving your back row, you'll get smoked.
I mean checkers.
Plunder Run. Next time an attack action card hits, I draw a card.
And it's red.
+3, we can do that. Then let's do a little knock. Reload here, knock the death whistle. Search your deck for an error card, reveal it. Shuffle your deck and then put it on top.
Why can't we be friends? Oh, you get a shuffle after I did all that work?
Yeah, I know. Banish this.
Knock seems good.
Yeah, let me think too if this is the right way to do it.
I'm about to get punched. Azaelia for dominate, probably?
Well, you kind of want to do that, but there's a big part of me that doesn't also.
Actually, if you just hit, you draw again.
I know, yeah.
What you need is that endless, or the everything gets to go again volley.
The endless arrow.
No, what's the card that gives them go again?
Rapid fire? Yeah. All right. So we got +3 and a hit effect going on here. I put this in, and I could put something else in, but I don't know if it's right. You got 4 cards in hand?
Yep. Chris, I'm with you. Say I'm pretty excited for Monarch. # good vibes.
I mean, sticking the damage is important, I suppose.
AC on reprise, if they have put in a card from their hand, whether it's a reaction or not, at the time that the reprise effect is being played, it works.
All right, yeah, let's just take the normal.
What the universe is given?
Yeah, Azaelia. Roll in on the Remorseless. Tunic it for 8. Can't play defense reactions.
And dominate.
Yeah, and dominate, yeah.
Cool. Block for 3?
Mm-hmm.
Take 5?
Take 5.
Call you in the morning?
Draw from Plunder Run. And then... Yeah, 3 in hand.
Mm-hmm.
All the questions. I'll throw this in the arsenal.
All right. Mine?
Mm-hmm.
Seismic Sarge. MVP.
Oh.
That's right. Seems all right. Bravo's ability? No. Back it up.
No, not today.
3, 4, 5, 4, 5. I need 4, 5, 6 to play it. Okay, let's create a Sarge. 1 floating. Then let's play a blue disable. 7 damage. If it deals 4 or more, you have to put a card from your arsenal on the bottom of your deck.
Okay. 7 damage, you say. All right, so my next turn, this.
Gold pizza, I took a 5 away for the Remorseless.
Into this.
I take a damage for every action?
Oh, right. Yeah. Sorry, that's important.
I've only played 1, I think.
It's a great card.
No, I took this. For every action card I play?
Until the end of the next turn. Whenever you play an action card.
So I got 1.
Did you take 1?
No, but I will.
Did you take your last bit of damage?
I took 5.
You didn't you? Check.
See, this is the position you had me in last time we played. And I was like, I think I should defend more. Because I can get these big attacks through and you can't do anything, but I just have less health. So it's a problem.
I think this is it. This into this. That. Or... there's just one more reality to deal with here. Okay. So this into this is just short. Let's think about the best way to get out of it.
There's no dominate, in case you were
There is no dominate.
under any other impression.
There is no dominate.
Why can't we?
Well, now hold on a second. We've got a totally different thing. Arrow only. Okay. Right.
Cool,
We had a moment.
How's everyone doing out there? I am engrossed by this game, and I freaking love it. It hurts.
All right.
Also, do we have any official information on the organized play program that James mentioned they were going to be rolling out? I've not been doing a good job of following the official news.
Headshot for 3. And then let's fate foreseen.
7?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's all going to resolve.
7 against my 7.
Mm-hmm. 7 to 7.
Seems good. I'll let it happen.
7 to 7.
I will allow it.
All right.
Fat Guy T, what do you mean skirmish coming soon? Where are my Towering Titans? I built a deck around that card.
I'm kind of with you. Kind of with you on that.
Chris, that's honestly part of what is so exciting about the future of this game. The fact that it's doing so well now, in the middle of a pandemic, makes me so excited for when things are more normal.
All right, take aim. I throw Endless Arrow up top there.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going to Azaelia. Endless Arrow at the bottom.
A deck's getting a little thin over there.
Drop in the old Ridge Riders that face up, I think. Yeah. Ridge Rider with Dominate. Put in an Arsenal face up. I can opt just to, have an idea, I guess. And then there's a Ridge Rider for 7 Dominate. 7 with Dominate.
That's supposed to be my trick. Man.
Yeah, well, here we are.
There's that. I need to get that on bottom. Block for 3. Take 4.
All right. Take 4. That's in the arsenal.
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
Old Surge. Triggers. I want to play a Stonewall Confidence. So go again while it's in the arena. Cards that have a 3 cost or more get +2 armor while I'm defending. And I destroy it at the start of my next round.
All right.
And then I'll pay 1 to create another Sarge. No, you know what? I'll just swing with a Nothos for 4. No Sarge.
Okay.
Sarge be gone.
Sarge be gone.
Got a 4 damage hammer.
And then everything's what? +2 armor next turn?
Mm-hmm.
All your stuff's good blockies?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good card.
I like Stonewall. I also like the idea of Bravo taking a second to go get a drink.
Okay.
Oh, Fat Guy saying skirmish event in the next few weeks, months. People selling tickets to it already. Is it like every store can host it, or is it? How does it work? Tana Catalyst saying this is great. Opened a rare foil tectonic play-in last week. Sold it. Used the money to buy another box. Opened a rare foil Mask of Momentum. That's very good luck. And he's thanking us for getting him into the game. Well, happy to have you here.
Let's just drop the Sink Below from hand there. And then I'll throw something on the bottom.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
You know what? I'm not going to throw anything to the bottom.
All right.
I'm going to see what this turn does and then confuse myself.
Excellent.
That's my plan.
I'm here for it.
All right. Cross Wrap. Knock is in the arsenal. We're going to look what that is. Okay. Interesting. Great. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff.
That's cool, Adventure Co. I'll have to look into that. Why can't we be friends? Yeah, knocking the arsenal face up? Just hanging out?
And all of your stuff is +2. It's the worst time for Knock to be in an arsenal, let me tell you.
When you know I got old B for defense cards waiting?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? I might not even have any 3-cost cards in my hand.
Possible.
Is the Blitz events you guys are talking about, is that info on the official Fab website?
Okay. I don't know. I guess I'll do it, but I don't like it. So we'll play this.
Knock.
Knock. Yeah.
We did it.
That there. Put an arrow on top.
Honestly, at this rate, I feel like I can just outlast your deck.
You absolutely can. Yes.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's good to know.
Yeah, it's like we were saying earlier, it either needs to do more damage or actually plan for like an end game.
Yeah.
Because the problem against like Guardian like this, you have to pivot extremely into like heavy dominate ballista style stuff.
Yeah.
So I would have to sideboard into like I'm launching one big arrow every couple of turns, because this becomes a game of dominate. Unfortunately, not the game I want to be playing. All right, shuffle this up. Okay. This goes on top. Then that's right. No, we'll do this one instead. If you'll allow it, we'll do Plunder Run instead. So then Plunder Run from the arsenal, draw, and then +3. Then we'll play Rapid Fire to reload. And we use Azaelia to drop this guy in.
Still pretty good.
And then here's 7.
With dominate.
Yep.
And if it hits, you draw a card?
If it hits, it comes back in as well.
And it doesn't have to go again?
It does from Rapid Fire, yeah. We're all in on go again this turn. It's just the wrong turn.
Yeah.
Stonewall confidence.
You need this to hit, right?
But
well, I mean,
it doesn't matter. Because additional arrows, I mean, maybe I get an additional card out of your hand. In the grand scheme of it hitting, you're probably going to block for 6. And then the next arrow you block for probably 6 or 5. So it's not terribly important. Although you could redline, if you draw into both arrows, you get Endless Arrow back. Plunder on draws, Redliner 1, and Bullseye 1. But again, on the Stonewall Confidence turn, it's just awful.
It's just not ideal.
I should probably have just passed in the grand scheme.
I feel like I just need to stop the train.
Sure.
The train bucket.
Train bucket.
I'm just going to not even use this. Staunch Response for 2, and I'll pay 4 extra to make it an 8.
Okay.
And then we'll just stop it. Stop
it. Stop it.
Then I'll pass.
Okay. Ravenous Rabble for 4.
Won't defend with any cards.
Okay.
Sink below red.
You got it.
Interesting. Put this under. Draw a card.
Okay. Rabble on. Rabble on. What you really need big question is, do you even have it left? Yeah, I actually have 2 of them left. That's good. It's worth something. Okay, let's redliner here. Put the old pathing helix in. Then let's Vandals for 3 of a kind.
He's going fishing.
It's an expedition.
Mind Guru is saying he hopes that the calling in Auckland is being streamed and New Zealand Nationals wasn't. Hoping that Legend Stories learned from that, but it seems to be pretty sparse on engagement and communication. I think they're buried in development, printing, manufacturing conversations.
Swinging for 4. Pathing Helix. Hits, put a card from hand into arsenal. Do not have go again.
I just don't even know. I drew a weird series of cards. Block for 3 and throw in plating.
And then this will go into arsenal. Okay. Okay, powder.
I will pass.
It's like,
don't worry about
it. The sequence has just been horrible.
Your sequence of cards?
It's like drawing 4, 8 arrows in a row, and then the other things in a row. It's like, no, I need to see them at different times.
You could try the Matty P consistent random.
Yeah, there you go. I like that. Okay, next step on this train. What is it? This garbage pile.
You're only down by 4 health. Right? Yeah.
That's Azaelia.
Azaelia.
All right, Perfect Foreigner. If it hits its top 2, 3 damage, go again.
I can't keep waiting.
You can.
Getting rugged over here.
You can. Look at your deck.
Yeah, I gotta.
You just have to wait like 4 more turns.
Yeah.
Of just slamming against a wall.
Let's try it, shan't we? Block for 2. Throw out my Crater Fist.
Okay.
Go away.
Let's do the old Ravenous. Knock the Death Whistles on top. I guess we'll leave that there.
What's it swinging for?
Swinging for 4. Oh, no, swinging for 2. Even more annoying to block.
Oh, great. Sure, I'll block for 2.
Okay.
None shall pass.
Let's redliner here. And swing for 4.
You're eventually gonna start poking through. Let's block for 3 and take 1.
Okay. Technically 2.
Take 2.
If you lose. And then throw this in.
Mine?
Yeah.
Pass. You love to see it.
Love to see it. Cool. All right, let's Skullbone Crosswrap. I think of SpongeBob SquarePants every time I say that.
Skullbone Crosswrap, SpongeBob SquarePants. Yeah, that's hilarious. He's also got the under the sea kind of look.
Okay.
Knight is saying, do you think we'll see support for current classes in Monarch or just the new ones? I'd be surprised if we don't see old classes in that set. Maybe 1 or 2 new ones.
Okay, well.
Is that quiver empty yet?
Did I do this last turn?
I don't know.
I feel like I've missed it like 7 times.
I mean, I'll give you one just because I know you've missed one.
I think I missed like 5.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can give you 1.
Just give it 6 tokens. Okay.
Van saying, yeah, you did.
Rapid fire. Everything has to go again. Pathing Helix.
For 4?
Mm-hmm.
And it hits, you load your arsenal?
That's right.
No good.
No good. Don't want it.
Take 4.
Take 4. Call me in the morning. Huh?
You're ahead.
Let's throw this in the arsenal.
Mister, yeah, he's just joking and putting a 6 there. He knows it's a cap of 3.
All right, let's play Remorseless. 5, go again. No defense reactions. And then it's to lose a life every time you play an action next turn. If it hits.
It's block for 6. Okay. It's too much health.
Knock it. Reload there. Let's see if we got any arrows left. Okay, some arrows here. Some good arrows here.
I don't think I've seen all your endless.
Funny you say.
Jason's saying, Steven looking miserable today. So you should have seen him after the stream last week. He was so excited.
Yeah, it's just...
then I decided to be a turtle.
Yeah, it's just... Yeah, you got to see all the different looks. So then... Azaelia this. This goes under this. And then Endless with Dominate.
Told you I could smell it. Black for 3, take 1.
Okay. Goes in hand. Red liner it. Shoot it again.
Black for 3, take 1.
And bullseye bracers. Wait, bullseye bracers. Face up. Swing for 5.
Take it.
Mm-hmm. Get rapid fired.
You got it. I'll pass.
Throw it in arsenal, of course. Where did this all... I don't even know where these dice went. It's not going to matter. That's the beautiful thing about this. Because I am now out of arrows. So get ready. Here comes a wild time. Yeah. There's nothing here. You're good.
There's nothing for me.
You did it. There's a searing shot left. And it's like, there's no way.
I got a pummel stock. I should have used it way earlier. It was stuck in my arsenal.
Yeah.
And I finally drew Towering Titan, but then I would never have the resources to play it. Like I kept drawing yellows and reds. So seeing this earlier, especially on any turn where you just gave me a turn, would be awesome.
You just basically, especially if you're running, like if you're running a more aggro deck, your damage has to be so high to not just get blocked out.
You have to have Dominate, a whole bunch of damage all at once.
Yeah.
You have to be able to control their hand.
It's got to be a lot of damage all at once.
Yeah. I mean, Runeblade can do that, right? We're about to see that.
Yeah. Runeblade can do that. Guardian can do that. So, I mean, that's what everyone talks about, tall or wide. Wide is tough.
Unless you're like ninja wide.
I think it would have, it's got to be like 4 or 5 attacks.
That's where like Ninja
It's got to be wide.
Ninja gets 2 from the Kodachis. And they're usually playing 2 or 3 on a basic turn on top of that.
There may not be an in-between.
unless being in between, there's got to be a reason for it. Like you have to be doing something besides just being in the middle.
You can't just do like 4 and 6.
No.
Like that's not enough.
They can just block most of the time.
Yeah,
most of what's going on. Yeah.
So you just have to stack up. Azaelia probably just has to ballista it. I don't think she's not going to have the tools to do an actual wide deck. There's just nothing that would allow you to do that.
It's close. It feels like it should work with the...
It is close.
The, like, amount of, like, I can get endless arrow or whatever it is where you're...
Yeah, the rapid fires and whatnot. Which is nice. But even then, I mean, like, so your big turns, though, are looking like probably 3 to 4 damage arrows. 4 or 5 damage arrows. And like that's not even enough for a big turn. I mean, a big turn is swinging for like 18 with dominate.
Yeah.
That's going to be a
true big turn.
That's going to be a bigger turn than like 4 damage attacks.
Did you do you still have those tomes of the Art Knights? Or Tome of Fandel?
Fandel, yeah. Yeah. Which is still hot.
Hot to try.
In that 3 of a kind deck.
Yeah. But obviously, like me really just committing to blocking.
Yeah, and you probably have to test every deck just against somebody sitting there blocking.
Doing nothing else. And then do they run you out of cards?
Yeah. You could do that solo. Yeah. That's an easy test. So if you just assume every card's 3 defense, it's just like what happens whenever they have 4 cards all with 3 defense, and you just do that. And see if you can even conceivably put 40 damage on the table.
Yeah, and if you can't, problem.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, because they can block for 12, right? 3, 3, 3, 3.
Yeah.
So that's why a 6 and a 4 is such a problem.
It's not really a problem, though, because even if you're doing 2 damage a turn, you would have to do that for 20 turns in a row and not run out of deck.
Yeah.
And if you're doing with 4 cards over 20 turns, that's 80 cards. If you're not pitching anything. So even those denominations don't even come close. That's not even considering defense reactions.
Yeah, but like picturing the 6 and 4 turn, it's like I can block the 6 with 2. Even if I take 1 every turn, I block the 6 with 2 and the 4 with 3, taking 1. You don't have 40 turns of that.
No.
Not even close.
No, not even close. You've got to be able to punch through. With Azaelia, at this point, God, you would just have to go tall. You've just got to stack up probably, take aims, Promise of Plenty, Razor Reflex, Plunder and just have a big dominate turn.
Yeah. But I mean, you're...
Plunder Run, actually.
You're close. Right. Like...
Yeah, you just put the bigger stuff in. The taller stuff. I want her to be able to do the wide life, but I don't think she can.
Yeah. I mean, also, like...
Those traps are also tantalizing.
You were also... I don't know how often you could actually reasonably do it, but getting to the point where you can Azaelia one of your arrows, even if it's only like the 6 or 7, that was getting damage through.
Yeah.
But it was the non-Azaelia turns that I would just dump my hand into it and stop you.
Yeah, and then it's, it just becomes like, at that point you kind of, if you're going Azaelia Dominate, if that's like your main flex, then you got to run a lot more arrows. You drop all of the in-between stuff, which, again, is just a card for a card at that point.
So do you want to change anything?
Oh, I would change a lot of stuff. I don't even know. What other decks do you have?
Ninja, Wizard, Runeblade, Guardian.
I can play that Ninja deck.
Okay. That'll be a interesting test.
It's probably, I'm a Fab guy, which is great. Yeah, that's right. So, I mean, it's basically just dominate arrows and try to get those hit effects. Make their stuff cost more, make their take actions cost money, like all that kind of stuff. So that makes sense. And that makes sense why you would run Death Dealer instead, if that's the strat. I wonder if they're going to release a Ranger that plays differently, right? They have to, I would imagine. Like you almost have a Ranger that's like maybe all arrow attacks are +1 or something. Like some kind of a, like one of those.
Where you naturally want to go wide.
It gives you a wider, a benefit to going wide.
Do you have a...
Ninja has it just in the weapons.
Red sink below?
Oh, yeah.
You want to swap me real quick?
What is this, Tuesday?
Just put a sleeve in there so remember it's there.
Sink below. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. And then honestly, if I were to take that shell, I don't think it can ever push the damage because it was only working when we were playing like normal.
When I was actually trying to swing everything.
Yeah, like it works when you have 1 or 2 cards in your hand because you were getting feisty.
Yeah. Well, it's because like I looked at it and it's like I could take 4 and then swing for 8 with dominate. Which one should I do that?
I would do that.
But then you would just cover it up every time.
Yeah.
With your defense reaction. So eventually I was like, wait,
why bother?
I just block until I have the 20 damage dominate turn and I move along.
Yeah.
All right, I'm playing Kano, or not Kano, Runeblade, Visceray. I'll also play Kano if we have time, but I don't know that we will, actually.
Is this a Tunic deck?
Yeah.
Wow. Flex every direction, huh?
What do you mean?
Throw the Tunic in whenever possible.
Well, it's just good in this deck. 1 for resource.
Wait a minute, is it always good?
Yes. Why do you think I bought another one? There's going to be so many decks where we want to play that card.
Is this a Snapdragon thing?
Yeah.
Is that...
I think I had some sideboard armor.
Done sleeve and it gets me...
You're going to want...
feel weird. You got that...
Arcane Barrier from somewhere.
At least 1, right?
At least 1, yes.
Do you have some boots that do that?
Yeah. There's a armor and an Arcane Barrier for every slot. No rune. I assume that's what you'll want to do.
+1. Battle worn. So were you deciding? Oh, you weren't deciding. You were running the Tunic, right?
Yeah, that was the proxy.
Yeah, we'll do no rune boots. That's fine.
Also, you could look at breaking scales instead. I can get in because it's only +1, right, as reaction. But it's got an armor, so
As opposed to what?
Well, you could make this your Arcane Barrier and keep the Snapdragon.
Snapdragon target action cost 1 unless gains go again. Ah, that's pretty good.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which,
give me the arms. Give me the. We got arcane arms.
Hold on.
Bracers of...
I forgot I needed... I don't have Breeze Rider boots somehow.
Ooh. Wait, is that true?
I thought I opened it.
I feel like we've seen them.
Let me look at my collection.
I don't know.
When a ninja attack action card you control hits, you can destroy Breeze Riders. If you do, attack action cards with the combo game go again this turn. That seems so good.
Yeah, it is good.
If I don't have it, I'm about to have it.
Ching, ching, ching. Here comes the cash. He's in a spending mood. I agree with you, Ventrico. We need a Miss Tunic counter on the screen.
Yeah, how often do we forget?
17 times this game. Perhaps that's why it's not going so well. What's up, Benjamin Lyons? Good to see you.
Yeah, according to my binder.
Let me consult with my binder.
But I
you should probably just buy it, man.
Put money on it. I'm gonna buy it now.
Maybe wait. Where's it from?
Crucible.
Maybe we just opened it in the unboxing, but it's in singles. Because we didn't keep the things we unboxed.
That's right.
That's right. So you just have a memory of opening it.
Well, it's possible this item will randomly show up during the stream.
All right. How easy is that checkout?
Well, I just did it in like 30 seconds. It's pretty amazing.
Good. Get all the money.
Thank you to everyone who did not buy those as soon as you put them in stock.
All right, what am I doing with this? What's the whole point? Is this a wide?
You got wide ninja. The lane that you're playing.
Volkswagen.
The combo pieces that you're playing either end with the thing that lets you play as in-state token, which gives you 2 rounds of permit 1 every time you take a source of damage, which is really good against Runeblade.
That's unbelievably good.
It's also there's another card that ends that chain. It's got the bird on it.
Heron's Flight.
Yeah. So it goes both. You can play either direction. Outside that, it's just the efficient go again, cheap scar for a scar kind of stuff.
Okay.
So very wide, and you have a combo piece. You can technically go fish. So you have stuff to give you go again as well?
Go fish.
So if you give your middle piece go again, you don't need to play the first piece effectively.
You go fish the end of it. Easy. I really look forward to the day when there's like 20 weapons that you can run with a ninja. Or 20 weapons with a warrior. Can you imagine?
Yeah. I'm excited for a bunch of armor and weapon pieces. Wade saying it's not so easy to find certain cards on our site. Have you used the filters? So if you're on your phone, it'll be tougher. But on either, there's a filter button where you can filter by...
It works on the phone.
Class, rarity, everything. I mean, you can sort by set, the whole thing. So you can filter down to whatever you want to see.
Yeah, they're hidden. It's not good UI design. I don't know if we should pop them out or like just default them open, probably.
Colin asking free shipping. Do we have free shipping on singles? I thought we did.
I think we do.
I would do local pickup, so I don't know. Let me just add some stuff and see what happens. Yeah, it's on some number.
Yeah, it's on 50.
I think it's on 50.
Yeah, 50 or higher.
Oh, he's talking about my order. Yeah, it's local pickup / tableside delivery.
Okay. All right, so Ninja, what are we doing? Ninja things. Once per turn, when an attack action card you control is the third or higher chain link in a row to hit, draw a card. Okay, very nice. Keep hitting. Spring Tunic is Spring Tunic. Breaking Scale, this is a +1. Block with it early so you don't forget. Destroy the Scalers. Give a card go again. One of us, okay.
Mind Guru is saying single shipping was free when I just bought mine.
Great. Hey, thanks for that order, Mind Guru. Okay.
Wade's saying he just found it. He'd searched through multiple times and never realized it could be expanded.
Yeah. We just need to change that up. We hadn't been in the singles game for a while.
Yeah.
So
we've been in the 12 products in a category game. Even Steven?
Even Steven. Or no, the highest roll now is what we're doing? Oh, even gets to choose?
Even you get to choose.
I'll go second.
Okay.
Enough for enough.
Okay.
Okay, cool. And then consume. Search your new control HM and discard a card with cost 0. Okay. Search your deck for a card with combo.
You ready to have all sorts of timing questions?
Yeah, I'm ready. This is what needs to happen. I need to get my timing down. This will be, we'll call Runeblade Zach's Bane.
All right.
All right. Here we go. Oy.
Also, I'm playing the Reaping Blade. So if a hero has more life than their opponent, they can't gain life.
If I have more life than you, I can't gain life.
Either of us.
Okay. Can we even gain life? Yeah. Is there stuff in here that does that? Tome or something? Sigil?
So like I have Sigil in my deck.
Oh, hold on. I need the these are null rune.
That's fine. Here, put this here.
Yeah, I'll just put the boots in. We'll just play with them. I'll keep breaking scales like I know what I'm doing.
Let's keep it simple, can't we?
You Ryan's saying you roll off after you reveal hero, before you pare down the deck, and then reveal equipment. So reveal the hero, roll off, then cut down,
so
and then show your equipment.
Include cards if you're going first or second, basically. All right, I'm going to use my Grasp of the Arknight. It cost me 2. I'm going to play Arknight Shard to pay for it.
What?
So once per turn action, 2 cost, create a Runechant token. Use this ability as initial. This ability costs an additional resource to activate for each Runechant token I control. I control 0. So I'll make a 1, and then when I use this as a resource, I make another 1.
You know, that's interesting. Because technically you pitch to pay the cost, and at that point, do you have a Runechant token?
I don't know. I thought Runechants were in this like stasis before they actually come in. That's why I said weird
There's
timing thing.
there's no moribund in baseball.
I don't need the resource here, so it doesn't really matter.
Sure,
but
yeah.
knowing the timing, that's really helpful. So does this Runechant?
I guess I have to look up like, so what's the actual order of paying a cost?
Avenger Go saying you activate the ability first, then pay.
Okay, right on. Yeah. So
Yeah,
you
so
literally
I'm
do
calculating
everything.
the cost.
You do everything, and then you pay for it.
So basically, it's 2.
That's cool.
And then I'm still calculating the cost before I pay for it. So it would count whether there's Runechant tokens in before I even play the resources to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
So yeah,
True.
then I'll play a Read the Runes yellow. Create 2 Runechant tokens. And I'll also go ahead and play a red Sigil of Solace to gain 3 life.
That's like the greatest opening turn imaginable.
Son of a... And I'll put this in, you know.
That's literally just starting the game with 4 Runechant tokens and 3 extra life. You'll never do that again.
Hopefully
Never
I do
in
that
a
a lot.
million years will you see that opening hand. Never. Interesting. All right. Well,
But then
anyway.
you get a token.
Thanks, buddy. Well, you've activated my trap card. Scar for a scar.
Avenger Go. That was legitimately one of the best openers you could have had. Read the Runes could have been red, I guess. LOL. Red Scar for a scar. Look at that beauty.
Look at that beauty. Now available, actually out of stock subscription. But that was sent out in our first wave of subs. We got an exclusive promo card going out every single time our subscription fires on those first edition boxes. What's the Monarch promo going to be? I don't know. Last time we thought Zach was secretly knowing it, but didn't. Now you can gain life. We had equal life as the first turn.
I'll just take 4.
Okay. I'm gonna discard. I'm gonna activate Katsu's ability here. Attack action card hits. Discard a card with cost 0. It's a sink below. It's gone. Nobody needs to sink below anymore. Search your deck for a card with combo. Banish it face up. Then shuffle your deck. Wait, do I have a way to? I don't even know what this card is, so let's just find out.
It's all cheap, too. It's all really cheap.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Okay. I'm with this. You fool. We may get there. I see what you're doing. I know exactly what you're doing. This is such a Zach Bunn deck.
I did build it.
Such a
Valentino,
Zach
no
deck.
news yet, but just sign up. If you're on the wait list, you'll know if anything's happening.
All right. Soul Beat Strike's going in.
I love that red Soul Beat Strike. 0 for 4 with the go again if it hits. Come on.
It's just a scar for a scar.
Double.
Or, you know,
Let's get in there.
what else you need to say?
A scar that combos into things.
Yeah. A scar that scars. I can see why the Snapdragons, like instantly, I see why they're so good.
Yeah. That's why I knew I was going to buy them when we put stuff in stock, but I didn't.
How much health you got?
39.
39. We've already gone to that, huh?
Yep.
All right. Soul Beat Strike. Take 4. Go again. Here we go. Cha-cha. Cha-cha-cha-cha. Cha-cha-cha.
For 4, eh?
Is this a combo? Oh, it's not a combo card. Can't search that. How is it not a combo card if it starts a combo?
Well, it's the start, not the combo.
Oh my gosh.
You've been had.
What are those,
James?
What are those, Wow. So this is like, I don't know, this is like, this is a lot. So the only combo cards you actually have are Heron's Flight, Crane Dance. So you're doing one combo in this deck.
Well, it's one lane, but you can end with either Heron's Flight or the Fine Center.
So it's Crane Dance, Fine Center, and Heron's Flight are your cards.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then I guess we just won't use Katsu's ability. Don't need it.
Siege taken.
I'll just reverse this whole thing back.
Flip, drop, reverse it.
Flip, drop, sip it. Okay. Then we're gonna do Harmonized Kodachi. I'm gonna pitch this Scar for a Scar, which I wanted to play.
You had double Scar?
Yes. Take one.
I'll take it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hold on a second. Sorry, I gotta learn this deck real quick. I got it.
You're good. You're just randomly picking up a deck, and I didn't give you much of a tutorial.
Is the Crane Dance a yellow 0?
I think they're all zeros, yeah.
Okay.
That's why I like that chain.
So Yukatsu, let's just say we discard Scar for a Scar to get Crane Dance.
And you haven't done this yet?
Well, then you Kodachi with a yellow Crane Dance, so you can play the other Kodachi without losing a card from you.
There you go.
Yeah. That's just the way it goes.
He's a ninja now.
Or can you only play that? You can't use it as money. Play it this turn. God. So anyone learning how to play Ninja, you just learned every lesson about how not to do this. Congratulations. We've done it.
You did it.
Were you looking for a clinic in how not to do this?
Meanwhile, if you rewind 12 minutes and you want a clinic on how to open with Runeblade, it's there.
My gosh, just the luck of just ridiculous. I can't stand it.
It's all my excellent deck building.
All right, take your one back. Take your one back. We're just Scar for Scarring, and we're gonna go for one more here.
Gruder saying very educational.
Have a Heron's Flight for 0.
Blocking or attacking for 3?
Yeah.
Blocking for 3. Spoiler. Mm-hmm. It's a weird opening for old Zacharuni.
Knowledge is knowledge. You Scar for a Scar, you can use Katsu in response, but without go again on the second combo piece, there's no way to go into Heron's Flight. So if you have the Snapdragons, that's where Snapdragon gets you that Crane Dance into Heron's Flight, and then we're there. But meantime, we're very much not there currently. But I got that Fandel's Spring Tunic token to start the turn off, which is really the most insightful thing of the entire stream. Why are you into that Reaping Blade? You worried about healing or something?
I just don't swing that much, so I may as well have an effect.
I knew that about you.
Not much of a swinger. What can I say?
People said he didn't swing much. That's all I know.
That's funny. I get it.
Oh, that is
man.
academically humorous. I'm not laughing, but it is funny. Man. Everybody out there who tuned in for a riveting game,
3.
Two experts playing Flesh and Blood, you won't see that in front of the year at least.
Block for 3. I block for 3.
I block for 3. I block for 3. Senator, I'm blocking. Done. Fin, end. Declaring end phase. Senator.
All right.
Your cards are all very spooky and nice looking.
Thank you. That's what I was going for.
They're shining like.
It's even better when I do this. This Crown of Dichotomy cold foil.
Yeah.
That's still one of my favorite.
I mean, you're playing a sort of Nazgul, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Can you imagine if you had like if they introduced like mounts as like equipment slots or something?
Get one of those fell beasts.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like a Runeblade on a dragon. You know what I mean?
A 5th inventory slot called mount. I don't know. Let's not add too many mechanics.
I'm going to play Oath of the Arknight. My next Runeblade attack gains +3.
Look at that birthday cake.
It says create a Runechant token. Let's go again. Then I'll pass.
Okay, cool. All right. Wait, that's it? Ah, well, your good opener was left with a second turn of
garbage.
Steaming garbage. That's really what we're here for, right? Okay, well, off to the races now, I can see. Swing of a Kodachi. Generate resources. Yellow Promise of Plenty is doing work in this. Got one left over. I'm going to take one or, you know.
Take one.
Take one or...
Take one down, pass it around.
Ah! Another one coming in.
Grasp of Arknight.
You're at 2 armor on gloves?
Yeah, they're beefy.
What kind of gloves are those?
They're magic.
Oh, magic. Deus Ex magic.
I got to make sure that Mask of Momentum doesn't trigger.
Yeah, that's right. I better pay attention to my change. We've got to be way better at like playing correctly now because we're doing things that are important. You blocked that.
I did.
I'm going to say that one did not hit.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. Flock. And with that Scar for a Scar because I have a feeling I'm going to go from on top of health for about 6 turns to behind health in 1 turn.
And you revealed something?
Crane Dance.
Here's a question.
Here we go.
Visceray's ability says, whenever you play a Runeblade card and if you have played another non-attack action card this turn, create a Runechant token. When I play, does that happen? Like if I had a card that's reduced by 1 for every Runechant token I have, would that Runechant token be in existence by the time I'm paying the actual cost of that card?
If it creates a Runechant token at the time you play it?
So his ability says when I play a card, create a Runechant token. The card says it costs 1 less for each Runechant token I control.
Yes. Great question.
So if I play it, is the cost being determined before that or after that's being created? Now we'll let chat figure that out.
It's after you pay the cost.
It's after you pay the cost. Thank you.
After you pay the
cost. Great. Good to know.
So play a card, calculate cost, resolve card effects. Is that right?
Play a card, but to play a card, you have to calculate the cost to play it. And once I've calculated that and pay it, I have now played it, which then makes this trigger a Runechant token.
But you technically play it and then you pay for it.
Yes. But you don't fully resolve it before you pay for it.
That's right.
But you have to calculate what it costs to pay for it.
Play it, enters the stack, calculate cost, pay cost, proceeds to the effect.
Yes.
Nice.
Nice.
It's like a Pringles can. Okay. 5 damage coming at you.
Take it.
All of that calculation.
Well, no, I had to know whether or not I needed to save the card I would have otherwise blocked with.
Right, that's right.
You know what I mean?
feel that. I understand that. All right, quicken token, done. These things go under.
Actually, wait. I might block.
So you announce the card. That's the word I needed. Ryan's on it. Announce the card, determine the cost, pay the cost.
Check this out.
Play the card.
This is so fancy and it makes me so happy.
Okay, let's go. Fancy.
I'm going to block for 3.
Oh, wait, wait, what are you blocking?
I'm blocking your 5 damage attack.
Oh, okay.
So I get 3 back.
Okay.
You'll see why.
From hand. You block it just like a normal
just like a normal,
non-mystic,
dark, evil thing. All right, now it's my turn.
Yeah. End phase, everybody passes. No arsenal. I've already got one. Over to you. Turn starts.
All right. So, first thing I'm going to do is play a red Slogism.
Announce red Slogism. Calculate the cost.
Cost 3. Paid it.
Pay the cost 3. Now it has been played.
The next attack action card I play with a cost 2 or greater this turn gets +6.
Okay, easy.
And this has go again.
Okay.
Then for my arsenal.
It's a good card.
Slogism.
You played those big money cards.
I'm going to play...
Nathan, it did not.
A red Rattlebones. It says banish target Runeblade attack action card from my graveyard.
I'm sorry, are you announcing the card?
Yeah, I'm going to play Rattlebones. Calculate the cost too. Pay it.
Well, and then what does Viscera say?
When I play a card, I get to create a Runechant.
But you haven't played a card yet. Announce it.
I played Slogism. Did the thing. I announced Rattlebones.
Yep. Calculate the cost 2. Paid the cost.
For it. Paid it.
Now it's been played.
Runeblade triggers.
Which means Runeblade triggers, yeah.
Then the ability triggers. So I'm going to banish Arcanine Ascendancy. And I can play it this turn.
Okay.
Strictly.
Okay.
It also says if I've dealt arcane damage, doesn't matter. It has go again.
Okay.
With me?
Yeah. Bones are rattling.
So then I'm going to play Arcanine Ascendancy. It says it costs 1 less to play for each Runechant token I control. So it costs -6.
Right.
So this costs me 0.
Right.
It gets +6 from my Slogism because it has a printed cost of 3 or more. If it hits, I create X Runechant tokens where X is the damage dealt by this card.
Right.
It also has Dominate.
Don't let it deal damage.
Now,
I need a hand.
When I play this card, a few things happen. This is pretty crazy, actually. So the first thing is, I announce it, I play it, I pay the cost, which is 0. He triggers, create a Runechant token. Since it's an attack, these 6 tokens actually fire. So you've got 6 Runechant tokens, 6 independent channels of 1 damage coming at you, and then you have an 11 damage Arcanine Ascendancy.
I see it. I see.
And then I created the token from Viscera, which is still floating.
Yeah, but it's there.
And then I'll get tokens for every damage this card deals.
Right on. I'm with it. We did it. Okay. I'm going to generate 3 resources to pay for 3 instances of 1 arcane damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take 3 damage.
We got it.
This is going to 5 becomes a 2.
So these go away.
Let's go away. Now this enters the party, right?
The stacky stack.
Stack that up.
So yeah, you got 11 damage Dominate.
11 damage.
Arcanine Ascendancy.
Coming in. We're going to block with 3 with Dominate. We're going to pull in Sink Below from the arsenal to block for 7.
Okay.
So you're going to get 4 damage out of that. I can trigger Sink Below. I will. Under, over. Okay.
Ryan Ober saying Zach is 100% on target right now. Crystal says, and he had to use 100% of brain.
All right, so we've done that. We've blocked. I take 4 damage.
And I get 4 Runechant tokens.
3, 4. Okay. And then you generate 4 Runechant tokens.
We're back to 5.
Oh my gosh.
I started the turn with 5. That's pretty amazing. That's what I'm talking about. Whew. Man.
The heat.
Man, this deck is going to be learning. Just drawing the hand I just drew, it's like my brain is melting.
Why do all these arcane heroes cause everything to be so strange? I'm going to pass. Okay. Do you have any instants or anything? Okay. End phase. 1 in the arsenal, 2 in the party. Please no, please don't ask. All right, here we are.
To make my S's sound like S's.
This Invisalign is hard enough.
My teeth. All right, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
God, I love this, actually. I'm going to get good with this.
Okay. You're like playing stealth. You're playing stealth credits in Netrunner all over again.
All right, I'm going to play.
I don't have Invisalign. I can't talk.
Got him.
That's natural.
All right, blue, become the Arcanine.
Announce it. Pay it.
0 cost. Viscera specialization, whatever. I can discard an action card. If I discard an attack action card this way, I search my deck for a Runeblade non-attack action card, reveal it, and put it in my hand. If I discard a non-attack action, I go get an attack. So I can basically swap.
Flip swap. Now you play it. You generate a Runechant token immediately.
Not yet. It's the I need to have already played a card.
Okay.
So the first card doesn't do anything.
That would be sick. When I play a Runeblade card,
you know what? Actually, back up. I am going to do that. Watch this. It got even better than I thought. We're gonna play red Mordred Tide.
All right, starting with red Mordred Tide, 0 cost. Playing
until the end of turn. If I would create a Runechant token, I create that many +1.
Okay.
And it has go again.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna play Become the Arknight.
Right.
Play it. When I play it, I generate 1 here, an extra 1 from Mordred Tide.
Mm-hmm. A lot of tokens there.
And then I will discard.
The old Runeblade Abacus here.
Yeah, I'm gonna discard.
Teach your kids some.
9th Blade of the Oathblood. The old birthday cake.
The blue birthday cake.
And then I'm gonna go get a red Read the Runes. So I discard an attack, and I'm getting a non-attack action.
Okay.
And then, for my next trick, I will just play red Read the Runes. So when I play it, resolve.
That's not once per turn?
This is the whole turn.
But the Visceray's ability is every time.
What? Yep. So it's going to be 2 from Visceray's ability.
What?
Because of Mordred Tide.
How is this even
Then Runechant token creates 3.
+1.
But +1 because of Mordred Tide.
Okay. That's fine.
And then I'll put this card in Arsenal.
Don't have an issue with that at all. Seems totally fair.
I'm becoming the Arknight, don't you see?
Okay. Well, hello.
Obsidian Zach making Runeblade look legit fun. Well, I'm glad that it seems like I'm having fun. Janko's bitch saying birthday cake is actually hilarious. That's what I saw the first time I saw that card. I thought it was just a big old magical birthday cake. I like the idea of that.
Just a big old magical birthday cake. All right, well, I've got news for you.
All right, Buster.
All right. We're going to kick things off with a flock of the Featherwalkers using the Fyandel's Spring Tunic, or Fyandel's Spring Tunic. It's going to generate a Quicken token. It's going to destroy this to give it go again, and then it generates a new one.
Mm-hmm.
And it has go again, 5 damage coming at you. And I've got to reveal a cost 0 or less. Here's a Flick Flack.
I like that card.
Yep, it's a good one.
Okay, mine?
Yep.
I will not put any defensive cards in. Do you have an attack reaction?
Not currently.
I'm going to play Reduce to Runechant Red. Cost 1, but it says reduce the cost of players by 1 for each Runechant I control.
Okay,
so
minus
13.
Okay.
And it says create a Runechant token.
And defend for 4.
Yeah, classic.
Okay. Well, there you go. There's that. Will you be doing anything else?
I'll take 1.
You'll take 1. That's right. So let's see if we want to use Katsu's ability now. We got the option to do that. It is an attack action card. It did hit. I think that's fair. We'll have to do this. Okay. This will go here. Yeah. No, I'm not going to use Katsu at all. Don't even need it.
Yep. It's only very specific moments where you would use Katsu.
Okay.
Did you load this up at all, ever?
I just used it.
Okay, great.
On Block of the Featherwalkers. I've got my own problems. I'm just trying to put 1 on the tunic every turn, and you're doing like a calculus equation.
I got derivatives and all.
From the arsenal, Enlightened Strike.
Uh-huh.
Quicken token is busted to give it go again. As an additional cost, I'm going to put a card from my hand on the bottom of my deck.
Uh-huh. I love Enlightened Strike. That art is so good.
That's right. Then I'm going to choose 1. I'm going to think about it.
Definitely not go again.
I'm going to give it draw a card.
Yeah, it's so good.
So now resolve it.
Mm-hmm.
Draw said card. And then 5 damage coming at you.
Hmm. Block for 2.
Okay.
Take 3.
Use Katsu's ability.
There you go.
Banish a card with cost 0. Or discard it. We'll put on the bottom. Which of these words does it say? Okay, then here's the combo card.
You discard the card.
Oh, I do.
With Katsu's ability.
Okay. Discarded. And then a combo card.
You throw it away. You burn it.
It's going to get banished here. And it's either a Crane Dance, which is a 0 for 3, or a Heron Dance, which is 0 for 3. Okay. And there's no fancy combos on those. So let's do Heron's Flight is going to be banished up here.
Oh, wait.
What's up?
No. I don't.
What's up?
James saying you have to use Katsu on the first attack. It doesn't read that at all. Once per turn effect. When attack action card you hit, you may discard.
It doesn't say first time.
It doesn't say first at all.
Once per turn effect, when an attack action card you control hits, you may discard a card with cost 0. If you do, search your deck for a card with combo, banish it face up, then shuffle your deck. You may play it this turn. Did we get a misprint or something?
Or is it the kind of thing that you're saying that's the rules? I mean, unless this has to trigger when you hit the first time.
Oh, did Katsu get errated? Is that what people are saying?
I mean, it's fine.
Oh, you don't. You have to trigger it.
It happens. You may do it.
When it happens. That's weird. No, is that really how that works?
It doesn't feel right.
It doesn't feel right at all. Huh.
I'm not a scientist.
Well, I'll kind of find out. Well, I'll do the same thing anyway. I just did it in the wrong order.
Gruder's saying this is news to me.
Yeah.
Reiner was saying in quotes, the first time an attack action card you control hits each turn is how it now reads.
Okay, so it just got errated.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to keep going. Because it really was kind of immaterial.
Yeah.
Since I drew the card. But, you know, it'll be a more fun turn this way. All right, then let's play Heron's Flight.
What's
0
the
for
thing?
3. Combo. Yeah, it got errated for clarification. That's good. Okay.
Well, I don't want you to get masked. You don't have to go again, though.
Mm-mm.
You could, though.
No, I got rid of those boots. But I could.
You could, though. Mm-hmm. Let's block for 3 here.
Reactions?
Mm-hmm.
Here comes Yellow Razor Reflex
Yeah,
for 1. Generating 3 money. 2 floating.
I take 3.
You take 3.
No,
No, 2.
And you get go again.
Mask of Momentum. Draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
And go again. Kodachi. For 1.
Mm-hmm.
Go again.
Take it. Take it.
Kodachi for 1. Go again. Arsenal. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That was wide.
That was good. Yep.
All right.
That is the way.
This is the way.
All right, mine?
Yeah.
Let's do this. I'm learning. I'm gonna crack my Bloodchief Skeleton.
You keep drawing on Mask of Momentum. We've been doing this all wrong.
No, it's a once per turn effect.
It's once per turn, yeah, that's right.
Okay, otherwise, it'd be insane.
And it's attack action cards. There's a lot of reasons it doesn't work like I want it to.
All right, mine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell which decks we've been playing a lot. You can tell which deck
This is good. It's good for learning.
Yeah.
I'm cracking the Skeleton. So my next non-attack action card and action card are minus 14.
Cool. Easy.
Buyer beware. Red Slogism for +6.
And that's free?
Free.
Okay.
And then technically an Arknight Ascendancy. You know it, you love it. he'll create a Runechant token
Mm-hmm.
outside the cycle. You have 14 that are triggering, and then you have an 11 damage attack that does its thing.
Yeah. Very, very cool. Do I have armor? I do. I have some armor. All right. Well, have at this. Stop the bleeding. This can block. I should just save it all. This is how much? 11?
Mm-hmm.
With Dominate.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, so gonna make sure that that's doable.
Ryan Roper, no big deal. Just 25 damage incoming.
I don't know what's happening, but like this doesn't seem fair at all. And somehow you're like doing 1,000 damage every turn. All right, 3 generate 3 there. And block 3. Man, it's just the whole hand. Hold on. Sorry. Well, 1 damage. What's 1 damage in the grand scheme of things? 3. Block 3. And take how much?
11 from the tokens.
Mm-hmm.
And you have an 11 with Dominate coming at you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So sink below, breaking scales, and I don't want to destroy the mask yet. Block 5, take 6.
Okay. Create 6 Runechants. Then I'll put this in Arsenal.
Okay.
I don't know how you're doing this.
Something's happening here. Do this for that sink below so we can do it. Okay. Well, how about this? Swing with a Kodachi. Generate 2. You out of Arc Knight Ascendancy yet? Have you played 3 or 2?
Well, part of it is I have the Rattle Bones that let me.
You go get them back.
I banish it from my discard pile and then play it again. It goes back to my discard. So I've played 2, and then I Rattle Bones 1. That's kind of the idea of the deck, is a bunch of Arc Knight Ascendancy triggers, you can imagine.
Kind of a genius thought that up.
I'll take 1. Yeah, I saw that card and I was like, if I can boost it and then just keep playing it, it'll keep making these tokens, and that seems good.
Thing for 1.
Take it.
Grab a Fandle while we're here. And
just in case you need this to be an action card that could trigger mass.
Don't have it. Don't have it at all. Yep, that's it.
All right. Mine skis.
Your skis.
I'm going to use my Mage Master Boots, destroy them. The next non-attack action card I play gets go again. With me. Use my Mage Master Boots.
Mm-hmm. We're getting naked, so slowly that's getting better for me.
Yeah. I'm going to play a Time Snap Potion.
Cool.
And because of the Mage Master Boots, I go again. I'm going to actually destroy it to get 2 actions immediately. Because I've played that, I'm going to play Potion of Strength.
Cool.
Then I have another action. I'll play Red, Read the Runes. So I get 3 Runechants, plus he creates 1, because I've already played another
That's
card.
10. And that's 10. Acing tennis, that's only during the normal defense step. We'll do a good one here in just a second. All right, start of the turn. Tunic. Boom. Let's do Crane Dance. 0 for 3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who built this ninja deck, but I gotta tell you, the curve.
What?
I'm on the curve. I'm on to the curve.
I'm gonna ignore you.
It has to be the deck.
Block for 3.
Can't be me. Ancestral Empowerment. Reaction. +1. Draw a card.
That's a great exchange. But it doesn't have go again, right?
It might. Do you have any reactions?
Not yet. You're currently at 1 above.
Let's do generate 2 money. Play a red Razor Reflex from Arsenal.
So now you're at +4.
+4 and go again.
Defense reaction. Reduce to Runechant. Cost -1 because of my Runechants, and it creates a Runechant token.
Okay. You're currently blocking the whole thing?
The whole thing. I'll leave this here.
Razor Reflex.
Oh my goodness. Take 3.
Take 3.
And you get go again.
Take 3 and go again. Cha-cha. This isn't here. Very relevant for Kasi. Okay, and then we'll do Find Center. It can't be defended by cards with 1 cost less than the number of chain links I control. I control 1 chain link or 2? What's controlling a chain link? What does that mean? Controlling it?
I don't know.
Like
I think it's 2.
Is it 2? Can't be defended by cards with 2 cost less than the 1 resource cost less than the number. So let's say I control 2 chain links, which is true, is what chat's saying. So cost less than 2 cannot defend this. And if it hits, I become Zen Master Wooly.
So I can block with the 2 costs.
Yes. 2 is not less than 2.
I don't know. I think I'd give it to you.
Did I forget this again?
No.
No, it's just been a long turn, right?
Yeah.
These are like the turns that dreams are made of.
I agree. Come
on, let me zen out. Come on. I'm gonna be enlightened. Hey, kid.
Hey, kid. Yeah, I'll just block for 3.
Okay. Over to you.
I'm gonna go ahead and pay 1 to crack my Crown of Dichotomy. Says destroy it, put a target Runeblade attack action card and target Runeblade non-attack action card from my graveyard on top of my deck in any order.
More naked by the second. Coming for those gloves. Is it -2 armor?
This
gloves
is,
at this point?
Yeah.
Okay.
My
All
armor's
right.
gone.
All right. I'm still fully dressed.
Now we
Which
know,
is really
we
the
know
game
what kind
we're
of party
playing.
it is, yeah?
It's really the game we're playing.
So I'll put these on top, and then I'll draw.
Okay. Now there's a good way to do this. Just so you know, it's a good way to do this, and there's definitely a poor way to do it.
Well, I'll let you figure out which one of those you should be doing.
Choose your favorite. I think this is the right way to do it. Playing Soulbead Strike. 0 for 4. Go again. Defense step. you can put cards from your hand that have a defense value in the bottom right, unless they're defense reactions, in which case you'll have to wait. Oh, finals. I'm going to have to paste that dice to my hand.
Agreed.
But then it really wouldn't be very, very useful. What am I supposed to do with this? Yeah. You can feel the tide shifting. The teeter-totter has gotten more weight on this side of the table suddenly. Can you feel it? $16 to $24 with 11 damage floating.
That, yeah. By the swing, there's an 11.
And a potion of strength. No. So against Runeblade, you would probably put more blues in here, huh?
Yeah.
Do the Arcane Heroes really, because they were in Arcane Rising, do they force sideboard to become a bigger issue in the game, probably?
I think so.
Because up front, it's like, yeah, I can tweak it a little bit, but then it's like, oh, I need to really change my life.
Even just having the arcane equipment where you don't have to play it against non-arcane characters is helpful. Yeah. Get that, do that, do that. I'm close.
Would you say you're going to do 20 plus damage next turn or less than 20 next turn? I'm just asking for a friend. I need to hold the right cards.
I don't know. I'll take 4.
All right. I got a reaction.
Okay.
So you're passing your defense step.
Yeah.
Now we go to the reaction step. Attacker gets the first priority window and going to choose to play. Ancestral Empowerment. Plus one,
awesome?
Draw a card. It's a nice little booster.
Yeah.
Over to you. Do you have any responses to this being played?
No, you're good.
Pass,
Resolve.
and I pass. It resolves. Therefore, this now has +1. It's official. 5 damage. Attack reaction goes back to me. I pass.
Take 5.
You pass. 5 damage coming in. Okay, and go again. And I draw a card when this resolves. I forgot. Okay. Now I have the option to trigger Katsu. This is the first time an attack is hit. Probably should. I'm going to discard a card of cost 0. I'm going to search my deck for a card with combo, and I'm going to banish it. And I can play it. Done for.
You better murder me here.
I know, that's a feeling I'm getting it.
No reason.
No reason, just saying. Okay, Crane Dance is going to be banished here, so I'm just going to keep this floating in the wings. Well, I suppose we should just go ahead and play it. Here comes Crane Dance. If it was the last hit, if Soul Beat Strike was the last one, so we're starting to combo out here. It gains +1, go again, and it can't be defended by attack action cards with attack greater than the number of chain links. So attack greater than 2 on your cards cannot be used to defend.
Take 4.
Go to the reactions.
Hey, go ahead.
Pass.
Take 4.
Has go again. So I can keep going.
You're a real ninja now.
Let's play Enlightened Strike.
Oh,
Let's
the agony.
let's choose
Don't you dare say go again.
+2.
7?
And I'm putting this on the bottom to pay for the cost.
I'll take 7.
Okay. Uh-oh.
I'm not confident I can kill you.
Mask of Momentum.
See what he gets.
Attack card hits. Draw a card. Put it where only it can go. The arsenal.
A blue 0 would have been really good. Yeah. All right, mine.
I had no go again.
There it is.
Here's the damage.
Yeah.
All right, so you're at 8. So here's
Got
a
ourselves a game.
blue.
Jacob is saying Azaelia over there crying from the sideline.
She is crying over here. Sad.
All right,
Sad
mine.
Azaelia.
Let's see how this works out. Ready?
Yes.
Mordred Tide.
Okay.
One of my favorite cards.
Until the end of the turn, if you would create one, create an additional one.
Blue, become the Arc Knight.
Okay.
So, I'm playing a Runeblade card.
That's right.
So I'd create one from Viscera, but it's 2 because of Mordred Tide.
Yeah.
Can't you feel the darkness rising?
Mm-hmm. There's no way you can do Runechant tokens. There's no way.
As
Like if we made
tokens?
Runechant tokens, it's like you can't have a stack of 15 things that nobody. You'd have to count them every turn. It makes no sense.
You'd have. I mean, I don't even know what kind of abacus you'd need to
I don't know.
track that. Anyways, I'm gonna discard Arc Knight Ascendancy.
Or you put numbers on it, maybe. Oh, really? Wait, are you about to get it back?
I get to go get a non-attack action.
Okay. You discard Arc Knight Ascendancy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was the problem.
I have a plan.
Ryan, if I chose go again, I wouldn't have been able to pay for the Kodachis at all. Not with the card that's in my hand. It's gonna work out much better. Card in Arsenal to block with right now, I think is better than 2 damage. I think I have to try to weather this storm. What are you doing?
Just making a choice.
Just making a choice. Is it the birthday cake?
No.
The crowd wants to. Why is it even in there?
It's got to be in there, actually.
You know I did, Ryan, though. You know I did. I just felt it. That's not luck. That's raw energy. That's top 8 energy right there. Just got to give yourself a chance to win. Also, Ryan, why in the world would you choose go again to do 2 damage when you could just do 2 damage to Enlightened Strike? I mean, I guess the better one, no, because then if you draw a card, you don't have go again, so you're sitting on 2 cards.
I will grab.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab Become the Arc Knight.
Didn't you already play that? How many times can you become the Arc Knight in a single game? Are you the Arc Knight already?
Every day I'm shuffling.
Just tell me.
It's a process. It's an evolutionary process. All right. Then I will pop my Potion of Strength for +2. Then I will pay 2.
But Ryan, then I don't get a card in Arsenal.
For red Rattlebones.
I think it's a good trade.
Banish target attack action from my graveyard. We're gonna go get that Arc Knight Ascendancy. I can play it this turn.
Did you pay for it?
Yeah, I paid 2. I have 1 floating.
Okay.
And when I play that, I create 2 more of these things. So
Right.
I play that, I banish this, and then I'll play Arc Knight Ascendancy for free, which I'll declare it, I'll name it, I'll play it. When I'm playing the attack, these resolve.
But it's not slogged. This is a 5.
It's not slogged.
Okay.
And then I create 2 tokens because of Mordred Tide.
Okay.
So you've got 15 arcane damage coming at you individually, and then a 5 damage Arc Knight Ascendancy.
15 damage coming at me,
Mm-hmm.
and then a Dominate Arc Knight Ascendancy.
Yeah.
For 5. No big deal. Okay.
Oh, wait. This is a Potion of Strength on it. So it's technically a 7 with Dominate.
Okay. All right. We're going to generate 5 money. We're also going to respond with an instant from Vandals to generate 6 money. And we're going to block 6 arcane damage.
Gone.
We're going to take 9. 10 plus 1.
You got it.
7.
Then you got a 7 dominate coming in from Arcanine Ascendancy.
Defense from hand is 3. From arsenal is 4. 7 damage.
5, right? Blocking for 5. This is an attack.
Played from arsenal plus 2.
Oh, got it. So you're blocking for 7.
Blocking for 7.
Got it.
No run chance for you.
Put this in arsenal.
Putting this in my arsenal. Or playing, or swinging with a Kodachi. No, putting this in my arsenal. All right. He's a man without tokens. Wait, how'd you get 2? Oh, is it after the fact?
It was 2 from me playing the card because I border tied in my ability.
Wait, how'd you? All right, 1 on the tunic to start. Pass. Instance. In phase. Arsenal. Draw hand. We can all just appreciate if I had gone with Ryan Roper's plan, I would have lost this game.
What up, Ryan?
So whenever we're sitting across from each other at a top 4 here in Tulsa, and you say, I'm going to choose to go again with Enlightened Strike, I'm going to say, you fool. You need to top deck into a springboard somersault so that you can put it in your arsenal.
Correct, yeah. I'm with you.
You can give him 0 Runechant tokens.
Okay, I'm gonna play a little jazz. Okay. Red lead the charge. You see. The next time I play an action card that costs 0 or greater this turn, gain an action point. Go again.
Right.
Tell him Fando for 1. So I draw 2.
What does your sword say? Does that mean you can't heal?
I can't heal. No, I'm just drawing 2.
What? Cool. Yeah. Reap on. Reap on. Me too, Ryan. I'm trying a new strategy where we just try to roast our audience.
Yeah. Like you do.
Is that what all the influencers do? Are you guys more likely to watch if there's just a lot of negative energy?
Maybe.
We'll never do it. We're doing a Star Wars CCG series, for goodness sakes.
We will just play a Potion of Strength.
Start phase. Here comes the tunic. Okay. Now I've got to think about ninjas. Okay. This is an attack card. Okay. Swing the Kodachi. Generate 3 money. I love that plan, Ryan. When we open, we're going to take a week vacation in exotic Tulsa and bring decks for like 9 different games. That's what I'm talking about.
Take 1?
Take 1. Big deal. I guess I'll leave it up there. How about another?
Take 1?
You know. Why not? Why not? Okay. Play Enlightened Strike. Best start in the game so far, isn't it? Additional cost, put a card from my hand on the bottom of my deck.
It is really good art. I like Thandel Spring Tunic. Slightly better.
Okay. Card from hand on the bottom.
What are you choosing?
What? Oh yeah, right. Got to choose. We're choosing go again.
It's getting frisky, isn't it?
I don't know. I turned off my scarf for scars.
If I do that. That.
Hey kid. Hey kid.
Okay.
We're on it, guys. Yeah, let's do it. Big old post-vaccination
party.
Grand opening party.
Into it. I won't put any cards in.
Reaction step. I will pass.
I'll throw in a red fate for scene.
Pass, 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 pass.
Put that on bottom.
Back to me. Pass. Take one. Oh, man. The greatest mistake of all. Mask of Momentum. Draw. Katsu. Discard a card and grab something. Yeah. You know it. You need to be able to grab something that has go again naturally. Does that exist in this game? The second combo piece? Having go again without having to go through all the trouble?
Maybe. I don't think the middle piece.
Let's see what's in there.
Well, it typically only has it if you're combo in it.
Yeah, I think that's right. They do that on purpose, obviously, because it's good. I don't know why a card that starts a combo is not a combo card, right? This horse manure. Looks like it's Red Crane Dance. That's my max damage, isn't it? Or Red Heron's Flight. Okay. All right. All right. All right. I'm gonna banish this. Then we're gonna play Red Heron's Flight.
3?
3.
It's not good. You ever feel that way?
I do. Yes. Feels like Viscera was Krillin with that Destructo disc. It's the most powerful energy attack in the world, but it never quite connects. Or maybe it will.
It's so close.
Come on.
I can't get down to 2. I know that much.
What about 1?
+3. Bad. All right.
Like a Razor Reflex would be particularly...
Yeah, but we've seen a lot of those.
Nah.
We saw 2 of the reds.
Come on. You got yellows in there.
Yeah, they're floating around.
You know.
I need a few more Runechant. If I'm being honest.
Well, some kind of a freaking genius put that springboard somersault in their arsenal, so.
Yeah. Good card.
Definitely, totally on purpose.
Okay. I'll block for 2.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right.
Reactions?
Reactions. So you're currently taking 1 damage. What that looks like. If I have a Red Razor Reflex and Breaking Scales, I can pump you to taking 5. Which would be the end of this. I don't have a Red Razor Reflex. You're like Photoshop kid.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if I should pop the Breaking Scales now while I can get the damage through. Or if I should try to wait. But there's no dominate moment here. Damage is damage, right? I mean, I'm going to do it. I feel like it's the kind of thing that I should just do. Yeah.
Jiminy Christmas.
Because now it's just like, you know.
End of the turn?
Put this in Arsenal.
Yeah. All right.
It's weird being able to have an Arsenal that doesn't also make my attacks happen. Hashtag Azaelia problems. Oh.
It's fine. All right, we're just going to take it slow. Blue, read the runes. Create a Runechant token. Draw my cards.
Read the runes, would you? That's it.
So I have this Become the Knight in Arsenal, which lets me do crazy stuff, but I actually kept drawing mostly generics. So I have to trade a rune token for a rune token.
Was it the potions?
No, it was like Pummel, Fate Foreseen, Lead the Charge, Faendal's Tome, or Tome of Faendal. So that's a fun problem to solve. But you know what? We solved it.
Didn't we?
Didn't we? Didn't we? Didn't we?
Okay, I gotta actually think pretty hard about this one. Okay, start of the game.
Crystal saying, you know it's getting real when they're looking at the discard pile.
Faendals. Okay. Oh yeah, you should definitely save the +1. I see now why. Because then you threaten the 3rd attack is always that draw a card then. That's smart. Sorry, you take your 1 damage, buddy.
Buddy? Not your buddy, pal.
Okay, most effective use of this turn.
Pass?
I know what it is. Lead the charge.
Yep, red.
Red. Okay, hold on.
I'm a fab guy, that's right. I'm not your pal guy. I'm not your guy, dude.
I don't even need this.
Don't use it then.
I don't need it.
It's great for nothing.
Because you're choosing between doing 2 damage or doing 1 and 1.
1 and 1's better.
1 and 1's better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for the reason that Ryan, knowingly, beautiful as you are, mentioned. 2 attacks is better than 1. Pitch this for a Kodachi. 1 floating.
Kodachi?
Chop, chop.
All right. That's fine. I will not put any cards in.
Nice. Pass.
Take 1?
Take 1.
Think.
Kodachi.
Block for 2.
Did it. Blue Soul Bead Strike. Exactly what you want right now.
Mm-hmm.
2 damage coming at you. If it hits, it gains go again. Otherwise,
End of
it's
turn.
stuffed.
I will not put a card in.
Now, maybe I should lead the charge there. That's what I'm going to do instead. Lead the charge. Then Soul Bead Strike.
I don't know if it matters or not, but those will clear.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think that Soul Bead Strikes, there's a chance in anything that it's hitting or you die. So, unless you block with 1 somehow.
Unlikely.
Unlikely indeed, yeah. So I generate an action point. 1 action floating.
Makes me want to reconsider my turn. You have 1 action floating. What's that? That's just down in Arsenal?
That's just in the Arsenal. It's just a little card. It's like an extra hand down there.
Block for 2.
Okay. Successful. 1 action remaining. Let's play this yellow crane dance. It's going to be a 3 damage attack with go again, and it cannot be defended by 2 attack cards with base attack greater than the number of chain links. So greater than 2. Cannot defend.
But I can defensively react.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I won't put any cards in.
All right. 3 coming at you. Past reactions.
Reduce to Runechant. Create this.
Yeah.
And block for 4.
All right. You did it. With go again, I'll do nothing. As much as I would love to go again. In a meaningful way.
This is bad. I think I've got to play this differently. Okay. Let's become the Art Knight. Discard that.
Still trying.
Ooh. Really wants it.
I was getting pummeled.
You were.
At Azaelia.
I'll get a yellow, read the runes. I'll play it, generating 3 rune tokens. 2 from it, 1 from this array.
Playing hard and loose. Your body's writing checks. What is that? Brain can't cash?
Nope.
Whatever it is.
Something else.
What even is the right play here?
Lose.
Have you considered losing?
Die. Oh, man.
All right. Kodachi for 1. Blue crane dance going into the pile. 2 resources floating.
For 1?
Just 1.
It's the worst. No cards in.
Well, what's that? Pass all around. Pass.
Take 1?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Kodachi.
Let's block for 2.
Reactions.
Yep. What up, Marco?
Give it +2.
Snag at 3. The worst. I'll drop in a red paper scene.
All right, here we go.
Opt 1.
You got it.
Leave it.
Can I optionally discard cards at the end of the turn that I don't want? Once the turn ends?
I don't think so.
You can't?
I don't think so.
God, I'm used to playing Azaelia where like this arsenal isn't
It's
both
penalty?
good and bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like, well, maybe, but okay, that's all I can do. Ladies and gentlemen.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Ladies.
Well, This is going to be a turn of turns. I'm going to play a Time Snap Potion and put a card in Arsenal. It all comes down to this. This is the turn. You better kill me here. Okay. I won't let you survive another turn.
You will not live. Okay. All right. Welly, welly. There's, this could go poorly.
It could. Agreed. Hoping it does.
All right, hold on. Okay. I've got to, if I play both of these, no, you gotta. I feel like, is it my best shot?
Hit me with your best shot.
Okay, we're gonna try this. I'm not sure it's right.
Okay. Cool.
Art of War with the Tunic.
I love that card. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose to Art of War. Devil. What are you gonna pick?
I'm gonna pick banish an attack action to draw 2, and the next card I play this turn gets going in. The next attack action card.
Okay. So you're just hoping and praying.
I'm gonna banish the flock. Which costs 1, which I don't like. I'm gonna draw 2 cards.
Yeah. Thank goodness I have less health than you. Those Scar for Scars would get unruly.
Okay. Done. Next attack action card is going to have go again. Okay. All right. How many cards you got? 4?
That Art of War. So hot in Ninja right now. It's been a good game.
Singular Kodachi. Generate 2 money with the classic Promise of Plenty. Here we go. Let's get into it.
You got to make me get in. I think that's my play. Let's block for 2.
All right. Cool. Reactions?
You're first, man.
None. Pass.
Okay, great. Block it.
Kodachi.
Mine?
It's all yours. You gotta do something with it.
I will not put any cards down. You get first reaction.
I have no reactions.
From Arsenal.
I'm winning already.
Red sink below.
Pass.
I'll pass.
Pass.
And I won't resolve it. So let's block it.
Pass.
Great. All right, go ahead.
Okay. This has go again. It's a Promise of Plenty for 2. We're stringing it together tonight. Boy, howdy.
Let me just see what's over here. You got the Red Razor Reflex. Is that what's in there? That would be bad.
Someone asking, I think someone asking on Art of War, it's an instant. It doesn't need go again because it's an instant. It doesn't consume an action. What do I have? What do you want to know if I have? I'll tell you if I have it. After you commit all of your cards.
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't expect anything less.
You mean Grace being met with absolute skullduggery? It's kind of the story of Monarch.
I'm going to take a chance. I'm not going to put any cards in.
Well, because you would lose, I'm going to pass my attack reaction.
Yeah, of course. Red sink below.
I will not respond to the red sink below.
Okay.
It can resolve.
Does it?
Becomes a defense card. You're blocking for 4.
Yep.
My reactions.
Mm-hmm.
Play a red Razor Reflex.
Devil! I can't do anything. I lose. I had my birthday cake, which I needed 2 to pay for. So it would have been 11 strength birthday cake with 7 coming first.
That's a lot.
When you stopped me from getting Runechants back from that Arcanine Ascendancy was the turn it spent me tail spinning.
You know,
I was always like 2 or 3 short here.
That was devoted to Ryan, first of all. Just the last time I like to roast Ryan on the stream here. One of our favorite people, always on the stream. It became obvious to me at that point that you always just take the Arcanine Ascendancy, or take the Runechants if you could use those cards in any way to block the Ascendancy.
Yeah.
Because giving you more Runechant tokens is crazy, but it has Dominate. So it was the perfect combination, literally, of Springboard in the arsenal. That was the card that, on Enlightened Strike, chose to give it +2, and then it hit, drew the card, it was Springboard Somersault, put it in an arsenal for 4.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't block 4, so you're going 4 Runechant tokens moving forward. You gain 4 from that.
Yeah, and so like I had another...
And I take 4, so...
I had another Arcanine Ascendancy in my hand for a while after that, and I kept being short, and that's why I kept drawing generics, so I couldn't create more of these.
Yeah.
To make it free to play. So like, it ended up putting me in a weird pinch at that point. So if you give me the extra, I would have had Arcanine Ascendancy, which would have tailspun me, but then I also could have played the birthday cakes. Like I kept being 2 or 3 tokens short.
It's the kind of deck that you can't, the momentum has to stay cranked.
Yeah, once it's cranking and I get like a Slogism into Arcanine Ascendancy with like 12 popping, it's like you're going to have to take 7 or 8, 10 damage here. And also I'm going to get 4 or 5 or 6 of those back.
Yeah. Getting them back is too much. The deal is too good.
Yeah, and then there's a lot of ways for the deck. You saw it with like Mordred Tide and the various cards to basically generate a whole bunch all at once. But literally there's like 3 turns in a row where it was just like all my defense reactions and all my stuff, which I wasn't seeing earlier. Also, there's definitely changes I'm going to be making, having played the past 2 weeks, but also just playing this deck in general.
But this is a great example of both the concepts that Azaelia was failing at when I played in the first game. You were having turns where it was like 25-ish damage that I had to deal with all at once. Yeah. Like not even across 5 attacks. It was all at once. So that's obviously going to push a bunch of damage through. There's no amount of me just blocking all game that can do anything about that. Ninja, I realized this playing your deck, which was very good.
Thank you.
You're not only going wide in the sense that, okay, if you do Kodachi, attack, technically they could probably block all 4. And so they would just brick wall you if they wanted to do that. But they can't brick wall you 4 cards to 4 cards because they're just going to run out of deck as fast as you do. It's not that they're pitching them and getting them back. Everybody's just burning. But then secondarily, the Ninja combo cards expressly give you ways that they cannot block those cards.
Yeah.
So your chains get high, and then they can't block. So even though it's going wide, it's giving conditions that say you cannot block this card, even though it's 3 damage, 2 damage, whatever.
And there's a ton of ways for the deck to attack react over the cards. So over the defense cards. You have the Ancestral Empowerment, you have the Razor. Like you have ways to boost later. Also, if you let it hit too much on maximum minimum card draw, same with some of the cards.
And then it keeps going wider. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing.
It keeps rolling out. And then also, it's like if, looking like Scar for a Scar Red, it's a 0 for 4. Most of the time, they don't have a 1-card block for 4. I mean, the defense reactions do. But like if they have to spend, they can't spend 2 on that.
Yeah, you can't
do it. It's a card game. Right? It's a card math game there. So they're pressuring... And they can extend out in 2 different ways, which is draw into more cards to keep the chain going, or attack react. Yeah. There's also like Enlightened Strike, which can be a 7 at the end of a chain, or a 5 with Go Again. That's hard to block. Yeah. And there's ways to block it, but I feel like Ninja is doing that kind of weird dance.
It makes the ability to keep go again happening and keep drawing cards on your turn is what allows you to go wide.
Yeah.
So unless you have those things, you can't do it.
Sure.
You need to come up with a different idea.
And most importantly, with the Kodachis, right? A yellow 0, you pay the resources and you get 2 attacks.
Mm-hmm. So 1 card for 2. For 2 attacks, and they're 2 cards.
And that card doesn't go away. That card just goes to the bottom of your deck.
Yeah.
Whereas if I'm blocking both of those, I'm losing cards.
Yeah.
So actually understanding attrition through deck, like I did with Bravo, right? It's real. And having the double weapon built in means that you are at your 3rd attack by the time you've used
you start playing
an actual card.
Yeah.
Which is why it's so good.
Yeah.
But it's different,
Makes sense.
right? Ninja is very different. You're not trying to like spike the ball. You're just burning them down.
It's the kind of deck I actually really enjoy playing because it is just that constant little pressure, constant. But so let's talk about this. Hi, everybody. It's interesting to come up from a game like this and then actually see all of you out there.
Especially Flesh and Blood, I feel like I get lost in.
Yeah.
At one point, you were going with Azaelia. You were doing a lot of work with Azaelia in your head. And I was just over here.
You know what my head was doing was like, there's nothing I can do to get ahead here. I can keep doing a 3 damage and a 5 damage or 3 damage. It's like, I'll never win this exchange. So then I was just like, wait a minute, this doesn't work at all.
Yeah.
But that's the question I want to address is we've spent...
What up, Sasa from Croatia?
What's up, Croatia? That's supposed to be Croatia's supposed to be amazing. There's a lot of great music shows, festivals that artists that I follow always love Croatia. It makes sense, right?
Do you have a location and/or music? This is really off topic. And/or music festival that's like top of your list you want to do once the world's
is Outlook in Croatia? Outlook Festival? Is that? I think they do Croatia or come to Croatia. Outlook is a big one. So there's like boat parties. There's a lot of like
a lot of boats and
boat. No, it's basically like you have a record label, and so they produce. They sign artists, and those artists make tracks, and they put those tracks out for me on vinyl because I'm still kind of in the dub drum and bass atmosphere.
Yeah.
But then so it's like, okay, it's a Deep Medi boat party, and that's the Deep Medi record label. You go out on a boat with a bunch of people that also love that exact music from that exact label with speakers, and you just cruise around at sunset, and the music's bumping, and
that's awesome.
You're just hanging out.
That's really cool.
Probably drink some beers.
Nick Murphy saying hi from the moon. I'm still waiting for someone from space to be watching this live.
Yeah, well, we're still waiting for the Nalgene sponsorship too. So knowing what you know about Azaelia, because we've looked at this card pulled back and forth. What's the point? I mean, do you have to just play to the ability of make a big dominate arrow every turn, and you just have to hit 6 to 8 damage with dominate every single turn with an effect that makes their next turn bad? Or is there something more interesting to be done there?
I mean, I do not think the tools are there, and I could be totally wrong. I've only ever played against Azaelia, and I'm still, even now, like I built all these decks without having really played full constructed. And after even last week coming into this, playing it once, it's like, oh, here's the things I need to change. So, my opinion is questionable here. That's why I'm saying all this. Anyways, I don't necessarily think the tools are there for her to go wide.
Yeah, she doesn't have the draw.
The problem with her going wide, I think she can do it. It's just inconsistent.
Yeah.
She needs a string of very specific cards in a very specific order to really go wide and make it work. And her having the dominate ability, I think it's literally a lot of good stuff to pressure, like attacks with go again, or go again from Arsenal. I think that's a great, all those go again things, to basically just sling stuff at them. And then just finish the turn every turn with a 7 to 10 damage dominate arrow. And figuring out a way to opt in such a way that you know you're going to hit, or your odds are really high of hitting. Or make sure you're hitting into something into your arsenal with her that you want to be an arsenal.
Sure.
So like, whatever those cards look like needs to be the other half of your deck. But I think it's the arsenal stuff with go again, plus the deadly arrows for her ability.
Yeah, it gets weird because you gotta start when you're not doing kind of the all-out build. You've got to actually start worrying about resources. So then your arrows get worse most of the time. You go to yellows, or even blue versions of things.
Or you can play the worst versions of all of the go again generic cards from Arsenal.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's a
That's actually a better
one
idea.
damage Fervent Forerunner or 1 damage Promise of Plenty. If it hits, I get an Arsenal card. If not, okay, cool.
And really, it's probably even the most effective card there is actually Scour the Landscape, the Battlescape, because it just does its thing when you play it. It doesn't have to hit.
Yeah.
Those cards are rare, but it is cool to have a 1 damage. If it hits, it's great for me. It's just like, well, that's annoying.
I mean, so it's kind of the same as a 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little
identical.
more prone to armor. Like I can block with an armor piece, but like this is the same thing as a 3 damage attack. Like,
that makes way more sense. Just on the face of it, that makes way more sense.
And then you have your really beefy red 5-6 damage arrows.
And then you can run your 1 damage arrows. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, and then it's kind of cool.
And then you can erase a reflex.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool. And I think Plunder Run's in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fantastic.
You probably do red Plunder Run because the +3 is relevant.
Yeah, and the card draw is amazing.
Yeah. And then you do Razor Reflexes and take aims, of course, and all your reload stuff. Yeah.
But then it's literally like, even on Azaelia's ability, if you hit into a defense reaction, fine, it's just sitting there. If you hit into a Plunder Run, fine, it's sitting there for next, like, you're just loading up next round at the end. And then sometimes you load up a 10 damage dominate attack that has a really nasty ability. And sometimes you just make your next turn good.
Yeah, maybe you don't opt at all. Maybe you just YOLO everything so hard that you want it all in the arsenal.
I mean, if 95% of the cards in your deck you want in the arsenal, you're just playing based on what shows up there at the end. Because you do everything else first.
Yeah.
You can load the bow and arrow, you can fire with it, whatever, but like then you just flip into it. And if it's an arrow you can fire, sweet.
Yeah.
If not, fine.
I'm gonna work on it. Yeah, Nimblism looks good. Jordan Hightower asking, is the Ranger boots the Perch Goppers made for making a wide attack Ranger? I can never get them to work. Jordan, I have only ever used them as 2 armor. Now, if you do run if you switch your curve down to blues, then you can actually pop those Perch Grapplers and probably have at least 1 interesting turn. I don't know.
James Armstrong saying, Quiver and Monarch to add another card to Arsenal.
You know, that would be interesting, like an item. You had to play it, and then after you played it, it could act as an arsenal slot. I don't know. There's an elegance to not messing with that mechanic too much, but...
I mean, I would almost just add a new hero that has 2 arsenal slots. Like, that's the ability. You can have 2 arsenals. That's a fine hero.
Yeah. Interesting stuff.
We'll see. I mean,
it's got endless possibilities. It's such a great little system. You can just do everything with it. It's so tight right now. It's just so tight. And even with this tiny amount of cards and 4-card hands, we're creating very complex interactions on the board and actually working through those and coming out the other side feeling like, okay, I'm starting to really know how the game is working.
Yeah. And I feel like I'm more in control than I have ever felt.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as like just subject to what's going to flip off the top of my deck. I'm actually setting things up and either pulling them off or failing at it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm excited to see you tweak it. We also need to get Doranthia and Brute built.
Doranthia seems really easy.
You have your Doranthia you want to build.
The Doranthia with the double swords is definitely what I'm into. That's probably not the best version, but it seems like attack and then react a bunch.
I think it's the more consistent version.
Yeah.
The double blade.
Yeah.
Because the down blade needs to hit, and if your opponent stops that from hitting, like.
But then does that mean your sideboard, you add a bunch of defense reactions against Warrior so that when they react, you can answer it?
But I mean, you only have like 15 sideboard slots.
Yeah.
So like.
That's crazy.
You can't, like you were saying against Runeblade, it's like, I'll run more blues. And it's like, well, yes, but then against Warrior, what are you doing? I think more importantly, when you were gone, I went solo building the Guardian deck. The sideboard to me is like, what's my worst matchup?
Yeah.
Is what I'm probably softening.
Can't be good against everything. You'd be so good against Arcane. It's just ridiculous.
Oh, and Bravo?
You're running nothing but blues.
Yeah, it's like pace 9. All right, let's go to the next round. That's fine. Yeah, and that's where like I wouldn't really need to tech against Arcane as much.
Yeah.
But I would need to find ways around various things, right?
You might have an issue with like Ninja for something really wide because you have all of these big staunch response cards and they wouldn't be that useful.
Blocking card for card is not going to be as good.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna make me use 5 cards, and I don't have 5 cards to use.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's the hope.
Yeah. For sure.
Hey, friends,
that was
thanks for
great.
joining us. Another Fab Tuesday in the books.
That's right. If you weren't here earlier, we put all those Crucible boxes we opened on the website. If you want singles, all that's in.
Yeah, all the singles are now available, so check those out. I saw some people, I think somebody came in and sniped that Shiana.
Nice.
Did you see that?
I didn't.
And maybe the Shard as well. People said the Shard might have been
gone
as well. That's amazing. Hey, thanks, Jim. Good to see you on Facebook there. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Hey, we'll be back next Tuesday. Set your watch by it. Fab Tuesday is here to stay, and we'll see you then.
Stay safe.
Click the buttons. Good luck on your teeth Tuesday.
Well, you'll be here.
Bye, everybody.
See you guys.